What is going on? It is Kentucky Derby Day. Happy hour. Some of us cashed more money, had better bet slips than others. Some of us lost a little bit, but it is okay. You know what? I need to get this on. We used to do this. We used to do this when we first started the show, back like a year and a half ago. I would try to get this to. That was weak. Hold on. That was a little better. Happy hour has started. Gentlemen, how you doing? I am currently overwhelmed by the amount of orange on this show, which is upsetting. Looking forward to getting Selena back. But Hammer, tell us about your bet, and if you're still waiting on old Twin Spires to cash out for you.
Yeah, Twin Spires came through. Actually, me and Ferris were chatting a little bit before the race because he's got the AI machine that he built and created for prediction and things like that. So I just asked him, hey, man, what do you tell me your horses. Tell me who you, because this is about the same time that we were all kind of talking about it offline.
Sounds like you held out some information from me, but I'm just going to go ahead and finish.
Well, I mean, would you have thought it was good information if I told you before the race? No. So anyway, we're talking, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this horse never came into the conversation.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah. So when I'm just sitting there going through, and it kind of caught my eye. I did a little research on it and realized that this is a female trained horse. There's never been a female trainer to win the Derby. And I thought, well, heck, might as well be this year. So I logged on and quickly, about 10 minutes before the race started, made a total of $8 in wagers and walked out of there with about $163. So
that's wild too.
And I did lose. I will admit, I did lose on the other bets I made. All my superfectas got trashed because of scratches. So I just went ahead and refunded that $40 and put it right back in. So in fairness, I did lose about $30 on the other wagers, but I'll take that 130 net profit any day.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I think I was minus 20 on the day. I did cash on the winner because I just threw a bet out there. So the way I start off the Derby day is there's certain numbers I always bet. Number 3, it's getting a bet. I don't care who is on there. It's getting a bet. Raise hell, praise Dale, baby. Dale. All right, Dale Earnhardt, you're getting a bet. And then along with Dale Earnhardt, guess what? Junebug's getting a bet too. Junior's getting a bet for number 8. So number 3 horse, the number 8 horse, automatically getting a bet. The number 4 horse, my birthday, getting a bet. The number 14 horse, my jersey number, getting a bet. Right off the bat. Those are ones that boom, they're getting a bet. I don't even care who's playing, who's riding on that horse. I don't care who owns it. They're getting a bet. And then I always have one more automatic, which is 19, because that was my dad's race card number. Also, my parents' anniversary number. Which they're, shout out divorced parents. So I just had to throw that down, and 19 got me some money. So at least I didn't lose it all. But yeah, those are the automatic ones that get bets from the jump, which paid off a couple years ago when like the longest odds to ever win, or it was the number 3 horse cashed in. We made a good amount of money. So thank you, Dale Earnhardt. But Ferris, I think this is the first time you've been on the show, so I appreciate you joining us, man. Did you lay any bets on the Derby?
I did. I started off. I was pulling up my bets here because I only did 2 races today. I usually go all day long, but I got just got the camera and the microphone set up yesterday, so I had to get all that going. But I started off with the 8th race is the first race I got to bet today, and I won $10 on that one. So that started off good, but then the Derby was horrible. But I blame it. Did y'all see it coming towards the end? I'm surprised did they review it? Because I turned it off. But I know the 18, there was some serious bumping in there.
Yeah, there was a lot. And there's actually there were some conversations in a group chat I'm in As we there's a guy who's with State Line who owns or a partial owner, I'm imagining, of a horse, and he was not happy with what was going on. And I could only imagine. I don't really know the horse rules, but if I got that much money tied up in a horse, and I see my guy and my pony just charging, and then he's getting rattled all around with against horses that have like 48-1 odds, that would probably piss me.
Yeah, there were some of those long shot horses that they were kind of in the mix coming around the final turn into the stretch. And I mean they're still all $1 million plus horses. I understand that, but those guys, what do they got to lose? Yeah. Right. So all they need is a chance. And if they can, rubbin's racing, as they say in the NASCAR world. So
yes, sir.
I'm with you, Ferris. I don't necessarily know the rules of the horse, but there was definitely some fouls not getting called in the paint that way.
What was the name of that? How do you say it? Ocelli? I didn't.
Yeah.
70-1.
Yeah.
He was the one in there bumping everybody. Jerk. Cost me money.
That's what he's in there for. They throw so many.
Exactly right.
You get 5 fouls. You get 6 fouls in the NBA. You might as well use them, right? And let's just go for it. But T, I know you're not a big gambler. I'm assuming you didn't lay any bets on the Derby, but did you catch it?
I did not. Did not watch one race. Forgot that it was on.
Oh my goodness!
So, yeah. Hold on, real quick though. Real quick though. What's up, Ferris? Have you been to the Derby?
I have not.
Okay, so before any of y'all start busting my balls, I am the lone individual in this panel who has attended the Kentucky Derby. So all y'all can shuddy.
T-Step just dropped the hammer.
Yeah, that's right. Before Randall started clutching his pearls and all that, unclutch your pearls, because I've been there. So
that's true. You have been there. I haven't.
I left down 40. First race, I went up 120. And then by the end of the day, I was down 40. So not too bad for one of those kind of one in a lifetime experiences. Only lost 40. Not too bad.
Yeah, it's like if I come home from Vegas without losing money, I consider that winning. So
exactly.
If you break even, we're good.
Yeah,
we're doing all right. That's right.
Yeah,
I went to the dog races. They got those down, the Greyhound races in Florida and stuff. And the first bet I ever laid on one, its ass past its face in the first turn. I was like, it's gonna be a good day.
When was that? Do they still do dog races? I know that. I think that's like a
Tampa St. Pete area, don't they? Still do them down in Tampa?
Do they?
Yeah, I know they used to have one near Panama City.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I've never done. I don't know. I've never been into that. I think it's cool to watch and see sometimes, but I've never. Same with horses. I bet one race a year.
You just watch who poops.
we heard that. Which one of y'all? You said that, right, Hammer?
What?
Yeah, you said last show. Is it see who poops before?
Oh yeah.
Speaking of before the Derby, how pissed off? I mean, I don't think it was a horse that was expected to do anything, but how pissed off is the trainer and the owner of the is it, you think it's the jockey's fault they get flung off and $1 million horse is on its back like 30 seconds before the Derby starts? That can't be. Yeah, I'm assuming someone's real pissed off about that.
What was his name? Great White? Was that the one that?
Yeah, I thought Eminem was out there when they said Great White. I didn't know what was going on, so I had to dial the volume up a little bit. But yeah, that was. I think wasn't that like the biggest horse in the race? Like wasn't he like an alternate that came in for one of the scratches?
Here, I'll look and tell you and see if I can.
I had no idea. I was trying to figure out why we weren't like going, and they flashed over to it, and the jockey's just sitting there like, what the hell happened?
Yeah. And I guess it's tough to, it's not like a guy that twists his ankle or turns his knee or something. You can't sit there and have a conversation with him and ask him, where does it hurt? So I guess you just, that big old boy, when he went down, you just have to assume that he's probably not okay.
And that was going to be my other questions. he was moving around, moving about just fine. It appeared on TV, but I imagine that because the money is just so ridiculous into these horses that they don't even take a chance to run them.
Yeah. Yeah. And who knows? I mean, what spooks a horse? We've seen them get in the gate and, lose their minds or
I've seen when they catch that tail, they've caught that tail in there and it'll get them riled up. But them jockey if that horse would have fell on him, it'd have killed him.
Oh, it killed him.
What is he like?
120 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. Did y'all see it was brothers that finished 1 and 2?
The jockeys? Oh, I did not know that. Was
Yeah,
that
they were
Renegade
brothers.
that was closing?
Yes,
the
it
one
was. I thought he's going to get him. I really did.
Well, he had him
And I
for a
knew
second,
for
and
a-
then he just kind of
Yeah.
He did, but then I Golden something. Golden Circle.
Tempo, golden tempo, I think.
Shower. What? Tempo?
We ain't talking about what kind of things you're into, Hammer, all right?
Bro, I was just
not
trying
tonight, buddy.
I was just trying to put something together that made sense. Golden Girls. I didn't know. Hey, if it tastes like that, I'm willing to give anything a shot, okay? So with those kind of odds, hey, nothing's off the table, bro.
How much you gonna pay me? All right, sure, let's try. Might as well do it once.
Hey, it's NIL era, right?
Everybody's got their price, man.
All right.
Hey,
We're
did you
not
see what the
live or
Super-
anything, are we? Right? This isn't live. We can edit this out.
No,
right?
what we
Oh, yeah,
are
it is.
live, but it's
Hey,
just us.
side-
It's just us.
side
four here,
note.
so.
Side note, as I'm clicking through trying to find something to watch while we're on the show, remember it was either last show or the show before, and I talked about how I was bragging on Tennessee for winning the Microsoft Excel World Championships.
Yes.
They are on right now on ESPN News. So
Are we going to repeat?
That's my people. That's the
I think
nerd.
we're going for the repeat, baby.
I could see
Back-to-back
why you'd
Excel
want to watch
champs.
that. I can see why you want to watch that instead of baseball because good grief.
Well, let's just
Man.
talk consistency here. You've never known me to watch baseball. So
And you never know me to watch baseball, but when I see it posted on X that we ruled Tennessee, oh my goodness gracious. Just
I didn't
and
even.
that's
I haven't even watched much baseball the last couple of weeks. It just there's no
when
the
your
effort
team looks
is horrible.
ass like that, I'd imagine.
Joshy
Yeah.
boy, are you not aware of the Microsoft Excel World Championship?
And that we won it last year?
We won it last. University
Yeah.
of Tennessee won. You need to check out ESPN News right now. It's on.
Also, speaking of things to watch, right now the playoffs are on, and there was a certain individual who was clowned on this show
Oh, boy,
by
here we go.
Coach Evans, which I invited on because I want to talk to him about it, and a couple people who are on the show right now about the 76ers have no shot at beating the Celtics. I think Coach said Rando knows nothing about NBA basketball. I think he said he knows less than he does Kentucky football. It was just shots fired at me, and guess what? Right now, I think it's a 13-point lead. Philly up. The guards doing what they do. Maxey, Edgecombe. It's not over yet, but
Yeah, it's over. I'm tracking
I'm
this
just-
thing. I'm tracking this thing on a betting website, so I'm further ahead than you are. Celtics are cooked.
well, just to let you know right now, you can
I
apologize.
haven't watched
whenever
enough
you're-
of that series.
I'm not apologizing for nothing.
Did they immediately start turning to Tatum too soon instead of like letting Tatum start
Tatum ain't
off?
playing.
They
not
have not
playing?
been able to throw it in the ocean if they were standing in a boat the last few games. They are like their 3-point percentages were like 20, 23, 26, and 29, I think, in the last 3 games.
And I
It's been
specifically said
pathetic.
Tatum came back too fast. He didn't have a lot of games played for the playoffs. I don't know if he can last all the way through the series. Sure enough, he ain't playing right now, and they need him because while Brown is a player, again, in the first 3 games, you had someone like Peyton Pritchard just going off. I don't think you can rely on him to be super consistent. Sure enough, he has not been. Even though I'm not going to hate on him, that dude is I mean, he is one of those exciting whites. So,
Well, I mean, they've all been terrible. Nobody's played well. In their losses, they have been absolutely miserably bad. And they live and die by the three. So if they're not on, man, that
sounds like a Rick Barnes team.
They can't generate offense if they're not hitting threes. It's like the threes aren't going in. We don't know what to do. Well, shoot more threes.
There's a comment right there. Juice is another one who was clowning me. I think he's a Celtics fan telling me there's no chance. Yeah, Juice doesn't know ball. So you can go take off, my guy. All right. And I saw your tweet about Minchie and that he turned down Tennessee to go to Kentucky, or you guys – no, I'm sorry. You said Tennessee didn't want him. I know your quarterback situation. Y'all would have taken Minchie right now if you had the chance.
I don't know about that.
Come on now.
I don't know about that.
Come on now.
What? Come on, what?
Y'all we were hoping, just like I'm hoping and praying the 5-5 gets approved and we can get Oweh back. Y'all are hoping and praying that you got Joey Aguilar back from some lawsuit, and because right now you don't know what you got at the quarterback situation.
I know what we got. We got a redshirt sophomore and a true freshman. That's exactly what we got.
We got a redshirt freshman and a
redshirt freshman. Yeah.
And then whatever Maurer is.
Yeah, that dude from
I think you go
Colorado, Ryan Staub.
Or Staub, yeah. I said Maurer.
I wouldn't mind Brian Maurer back right now, to be honest with you, but I don't know that Minchie would have been the answer either.
Dude, VJ is cooking, man.
So, like, Philly's really not set up. Their roster is not – it's a good roster, pending Embiid's health. But when Paul George is your third or fourth option, you're in a pretty good –
yeah.
You're in a pretty good position.
Yeah, because George only got 13. Hey, Randall, you know who else is cooking right now?
Who?
Oh, Hammer.
You?
Cash another one, baby.
Nice.
Good for you. Good for you. I cannot wait till I get – I mean, I think that was Prize Picks you were showing, so I can do that out here. But I'm looking forward to getting to a spot where I can
yeah. Well, they made the mistake of giving me a free $20 bet night before last, so I cashed that out for like 100 and something. But they paid me all in like bonus bet money, whatever, not actual cash. I'm like, really, y'all? That's dirty. So I'm just gonna turn right around, take that, and turn it into real money. Screw them.
Hell yeah.
That hurts when you go to cash that out and they won't let you have it.
I didn't realize that. I guess they don't give me too many. They don't give me a whole lot. So
I will say, speaking about you're talking about Paul George, and like dudes have been in the league for a while. As Embiid's getting stretched out, this dude can't. What is wrong with this guy? He cannot play basketball for longer than like 4. He looks like he's dying on the sidelines right now. If you're watching this live, what is happening to this dude?
I mean, he looked like he was 45 and twice divorced and smoked 2 packs of lung darts a day when he was in college, man. Like, he has always looked like.
What was happening? They're pulling his right arm and his right leg, and he's laid out on the sidelines. Lord have mercy. But anyways, you know who I'm about tired of is Tobias Harris, and I'm saying that because I got Tennessee fans on here. I'm about tired of that dude because I watched my Orlando Magic just freaking collapse yesterday, and the thing that got them going in the fourth quarter, third quarter into the fourth quarter, was Tobias Harris. His old ass needs to just hang it up because I'm done with him.
Did he go? Did he miss 26 straight shots?
No, but he kept making shots.
He is a former Magic. Maybe y'all should have held on to him.
Man,
is he? Yeah, he played in Orlando, right?
Mm.
That's
where he started.
I am
Tobias Harris. That's where he started, wasn't it? Or that's where he.
Let me see. Orlando, Clippers, Milwaukee, Detroit twice, and Philly. I think is his. I don't know the order.
He went.
I thought he got drafted by Philly. Am I wrong in that?
I'm with Ferris. I thought he got drafted by Orlando. I'm about to find out though.
You have to look that up.
Okay, so he got drafted by
Milwaukee. He got drafted by the Bucks.
That's terrible.
Then went to Magic, Pistons, Clippers, 76ers, and now the Pistons again.
Yeah.
When was he with Orlando?
I
That's what you
know
said,
he,
yep.
he was in Orlando from
13 to
2012
16.
to 2016.
Yeah. And we were just not good.
Man, there's a trivia
Hey,
question.
Boys,
for you.
it's
Who
not hard to
drafted
keep
Tobias
track of
Harris?
Tennessee Vols NBA, journeys. ain't but 5 of them to keep hold of. So not too hard to do.
Allen Houston was still dropping dimes the other day. I saw that on Twitter.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
I had
Love
class
you.
with
I
Allen
can't even
Houston.
pick my arms up to shoot.
Well, and so growing up, Grant Hill was my favorite player. So I always loved Allen Houston, obviously, because he went to Tennessee and played with Grant. So
Who asked that? Okay, Drew. I collect these, so every year I go get the Woodford Derby edition, and this one's got to be my favorite. You're not gonna be able to see it very well on this. If I can get this to focus, I'm not. Anyways, this bottle, super dope, gold and blue, and yeah, this is one of my favorites. So I go out and get one every year. I drink it and then save the bottle. The only one I did not drink was 150 because I don't know. I thought maybe that might be worth some money at one point.
Yeah, where is Drew? Where you at, homie?
Rando could
Drew.
use some backup.
I could, Drew. You got the link. Come on, dog. I think. Come on with it. But yeah, Tobias Harris. First, all right, let's talk about that. We dominated. When I say we, the Orlando Magic dominated the Pistons in the paint in the first half. I mean, just embarrassed them against the team that led the league in paint points, the Detroit Pistons.
Yep.
Completely embarrassed in the first half. And then we went to just, huck and chuck in the second half. 13 straight missed three-point shots. And it's just like, it was completely embarrassing. Oh, boy, like the head coach was about to get fired. They get into the play-in game. And now he's getting ready to beat the number one seed, which y'all did say – T and Hammer, Paper Tiger, Detroit Pistons, not very good. But we're getting ready to beat the number one seed. The 8th seed doesn't do that very often in the NBA playoffs. And after that, you're up 22 at home and you lose that game.
Yeah.
You're probably back to getting fired, man.
Yep.
I'm just saying, you're probably back to losing your job unless you pull off a miracle in Detroit.
Hey, Emmett wants us to talk college basketball.
You mean that says baseball?
It does?
I think so. If Emmett's on here, if you talk about college basketball, you know exactly what he's going to say. What's he going to say, T?
I don't know. Some about Final Fours or Kentucky
Final
still
Fours,
matters
yeah.
or some who knows what.
Yep.
All that aside, though, Emmett, hope you're doing well health-wise,
Yeah.
man.
Definitely hope
Yes.
you're doing well, Emmett.
For sure. I don't know if you're probably not allowed to enjoy bourbon right now, but if you can, drink responsibly. Maybe it's like wine. I think bourbon's like wine, where if you have like one glass a night, it's supposed to be healthy for you.
I don't think that's the case, but
It's medicinal in the sense of like
but
if you got
that justification away, man. Use that justification away.
if you got like a
Yeah.
cold or something,
Hot
shot
toddy?
that'll-
Yeah,
that'll definitely.
for sure.
Honestly, it was probably some 89-year-old woman that dips that told you that.
so Ferris, we
Is
had
that a Kentucky joke?
Just an old Southern lady.
Hammer and I tried to let them know that in East Tennessee, moonshine is the medicine, the most effective medicine. Is that a Central Tennessee thing as well?
Not as much because we've had too many of the implants come in.
Sure.
But it was growing up. It was. I can tell you that I did have the whiskey and the lemon juice and honey and all that kind of stuff when I was about 8. Was when I had my first one. Yeah,
Good. That track. That works.
What
That
I mean,
works.
when the implants came in, are you talking about breast implants? What are you talking about, Ferris? The implants.
both. Some of them came in with the people that came in from California.
You mean transplants?
Both.
Okay.
We'll take implants and transplant. Like,
Yeah.
so,
I mean, I don't mind looking at
Whatever.
it. Don't get me wrong. It's just I didn't know what that had to do with it. But
No, I imagine it's the
Well,
same
implants.
in Tennessee. imagine the same in Tennessee. But if you look at how do I say this? There is certainly a type in the state of Kentucky, and I think it's just the region where the enhancements are there, right? It's just it's kind of that's what they do. It's
You talking about boobies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It's just like and a lot of times it's just it's
You sound like you're 12.
misproportioned, and you're like, yeah, well, I just don't know how to say it. It's misproportioned. It's like it's really not doing anything for you other than just making you kind of stand out in probably the bad way.
Yeah, some of them look structurally unsound. Like, it's like they need to be cantilevered or something. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what. I put someone into the Marine Corps who played baseball at UK, right? And so I drove down from West Lafayette to Lexington to do some paperwork with him and stuff. And they loved him. He had the keys to the city on campus, so he was taking me all over the campus. I got to walk on Kroger, which was super underwhelming, but whatever. But it was just really nice to be back down in the SEC land from Purdue. But let's just think about the conversation that we were just having. It was just nice to be back in SEC land. For a little bit.
Yeah, I've been to rural Indiana. They cannot throw any rocks at us at East Tennessee. Let me tell you.
Ferris, this was when I was in the Marine Corps on recruiting. So I was recruiting for 3 years. I had the northern half of the state of Indiana, but my office was at Purdue's campus.
Indiana, it's the butthole of America.
But I
don't know.
So
I think Orlando, Florida might be that, but
I maintain it's Gainesville, Florida, but
yes.
Florida's the taint, y'all. It's going to be a whole state. It leads right into that Indiana butthole.
Yeah. Hey, I feel remiss here. Let me, if I may, just real quick. For those of you that are Kentucky folks, and I highly doubt there's anybody on here that is a Tennessee fan that does not know David Ferris. Ferris is one of my guys. He's a AI guru wizard. He does the majority of my graphics and special stuff. Quite the daily season-long fantasy football guy. We usually have a show in the fall, which we're going to fire back up. But just felt like he needed to be introduced because we sort of just brought him right in like he's been here forever. Most people don't know who he is from Kentucky. But I've given him the nickname God's Favorite Idiot. And it both is A, embraced by Ferris, and B, is true. So anyway.
Yes. Yeah,
glad to have you here, Ferris.
Absolutely.
Yes. That sounds like a not nice nickname, but
what do you mean?
It is. Idiot is a term of endearment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then just God loves me.
That's okay. I mean that is a good thing to have for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
If you get the big man on your side.
If we do get it personal, about 5 years ago, I almost died. So he did.
Came through. It came through for you.
Well, shout out.
Yeah. So
I saw you take a sip of something. Was that an adult beverage?
It is not. It was a C4 Hawaiian punch.
That's adult.
Well,
that's adult-y.
Yeah, I'll choose your C4.
Adult-like.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Ferris, I don't know if I've ever told you. So I call Oak Ridge home, but I graduated high school in Antioch. So I'm like the only person in my whole family with a 615 area code, while everybody else has 865.
I graduated from Hunters Lane back in '99.
Man, I played them twice my senior year, I think. But I left before all the change. Like Nashville was still a small city, and then now obviously it's just a whole different ballgame. So it's always interesting when I see all the changes that have happened there. I was only there for like 7 months, but Hunters Lane, McGavick, Hillwood, Maplewood, all those. Glencliff.
It was fun. Which I played baseball instead of I didn't play football or anything like that. but it back then Metro cared about baseball. Like we had some players that came through Metro schools that had some serious talent. Now they're all private schools and stuff like that.
Yep. Yeah, even like CPA and obviously Brentwood Academy and all that just run everything now.
Yeah. My brother played at JP2 up here in Hendersonville.
Okay.
And, it's been probably 10 years ago, but they got a good team. Their facility is nice. It's crazy what they put in high school baseball and stuff like that now. Even high school football, everywhere. These kids are spoiled.
Yeah.
Man, down in Georgia, Georgia and Texas, they got these $1 million facilities and stuff now. And the locals are happy for their tax dollars to go to them too.
Yes, they are. Making Vanderbilt jealous.
They just put $1.5 million, 1.2, 1.5, somewhere in that neighborhood field in at the high school my boys go to. This season will be the first season they play on it, and it blows my mind, man.
Is that a 6A
we picked
school?
rocks out of our fields, right?
Yeah. They moved up to 6A this year from 5A. They moved up to 6. So, but yeah, I know about those Nashville schools. I had a kid that transferred in from Battleground, and I got kicked out of my wide receiver position my last 2 years. I only played defense. I wasn't real happy about it. Glenn Puryear, if you're watching.
It looks like Brown might have blew out his knee. He's up moving around now. That did not look good.
Who was it?
Jaylen Brown.
Oh, well, he ain't scoring anyway.
Man, but it
He was leading, wasn't he?
But Boston, they were on the comeback.
Yeah.
They cut it. I've got them. I'm showing them up. Or excuse me, I'm showing Philly up 8. Is that where you guys are? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it really didn't look like a lot, but we'll see.
Those are the scariest ones, though.
I can't say I disagree with that, Josh. He would have been a great hire, but I think that was part of Tony's final.
Was this baseball
wishes.
talk?
Yeah. Kevin Schnall. He was.
Hold up!
I don't know what
reinforcements
he would have done different.
Have arrived. Drew is here.
What's up, fellas?
We got more blue in the building. What's going on, dude?
I couldn't let all the Tennessee fans be in here.
Nope.
We haven't said one negative thing about Kentucky the whole time.
Yeah, if anything, I gave Kentucky some props about
that's my job.
Just being nice for me to get back to SEC land when I was in the Midwest.
That's hilarious.
I'm
Which
assuming he's
one,
from Indiana?
Gainesville or Indiana? I'm trying to figure out where it is.
No,
Well, since he's a Kentucky fan, it's probably Indiana. That's
Indiana's the butthole and Florida's the taint. We talked about it.
Yeah.
Know your anatomy.
Drew, did you lay any money on the ponies today?
I did not. I actually don't. I stay away from sports betting. Outside of only things I bet on are me and my brother. We do bowl bets every year, so we do like the spread and then over under. I think we do like 5 and 5, and then or 10 and 10, and then 20-20 for the playoffs. So that's fun. And then really the March Madness bracket. That's all I do betting. I try to stay away because I probably would turn into a full on degenerate. So. Yeah, it's better if I just don't get into sports betting.
You can be sanctified, Drew. You don't got to justify yourself.
Yeah, no, it's smart. It will get you. It 100% will get you, especially when you hit that first I don't do baseball at all. I don't do baseball at all. When gambling first started to become illegal, I was in Virginia, and I put together a parlay on the Tampa Bay Rays. It's the only baseball that I somewhat knew. And I put together this 10-leg parlay. It hit, and one of the dudes who was supposed to play didn't play. So he was just, but they gave me that leg anyways. I guess that's like a thing. They just gave me that leg. I still cashed on the bet. So I turned a $500 bet into a $450 bet. And I thought, this is just how it works. Until you lose all that $450. They never hit again. So I'm like, all right, I got to do this.
It's the worst thing can happen is you hit your first bet.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to me. The very first play I ever played was a 6-leg teaser, college football, opening week, and I hit it. And that's the worst thing that ever happened.
Also, if the Celtics come back, all the shit I was talking at the beginning of the episode, I'm just wipe that away.
You better be ready because me
now.
and Coach Evans and Juice, we're all coming.
Oh no!
You got to figure out how to cut it.
Yeah,
we got a 2-point game.
Unfortunately, it's live, so there will be some people who saw it, but
you need a live delete button or something.
Oh my God! And Brown went from blowing out his knee to hitting an and one. Yeah, this is bad news.
Ooh,
but
it's gonna get good.
Yeah, at least we got a good ball game now. What were you saying, Drew?
I was gonna say you need a live delete button to take back your take from earlier.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it or not, Drew, but I sure could have used one earlier.
Credit to Boston, though. I thought this game was over. They were down 18, and then all of a sudden, here they come. And my buddy's a huge Celtics fan. His whole family's from Boston. I was texting him like, could Mazzulla get fired? Because you know how NBA coaching 10 years ago, like they just randomly will fire coaches after a year or two when they don't do good. And I was asking if he thought maybe some roster changes were going to happen in the offseason. And then here we are. They got a chance to win this game.
There we go, Joel. Yeah, well, I if you heard me earlier, I think very much so. The Magic coach just got fired with that loss, unless they can pull off a miracle in Detroit. But I don't know. I mean, Mazzulla won a championship, so
yeah,
that would be tough to fire him.
Yeah, so did Malone.
So did Budenholzer from Budenholzer from Milwaukee. That didn't mean anything in the NBA.
And Nick Nurse up in Toronto.
Nick Nurse.
Yeah. Okay.
I couldn't stand him.
Well,
who was there before? Was it Dwayne Casey was the coach of the Raptors when he got canned like right after winning Coach of the Year?
Yep.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yep. Year after winning Coach of the Year, he got fired. And then 2 years after winning a ring, Nick Nurse got fired, even though they mortgaged everything for their 1 year rental of Kawhi, and it worked out. Like you got what you wanted, but don't blame Nick Nurse when your roster is now pathetic.
Yeah, NBA coaching, I don't know. It's really strange how they do things.
Well, do they have the buyouts that college coaches have?
Yeah, I think so, but I mean, you know, that's like pennies.
Yeah.
What would Billy Donovan? Didn't he get something?
I think he just stepped away.
I think he resigned. Yeah.
Are NBA coaches like NFL coaches where their contracts are fully guaranteed?
I'm not sure. That's a good question.
I don't know.
Let me find
They
out
make
for
so
you. What
much
do you ask?
stupid money though, and
NBA contracts guaranteed.
NBA coaches contracts, yeah. Joel hit 1-3. Now he's chucking. Oh, sorry, Brown. Travel.
I didn't think they called that in the NBA anymore.
It seems like
it's a rare one.
like it's the same exact as like college coaches. If you fire them, except it might be different. Like you owe them the remaining money that's on their contract. So pretty much like if you, I guess, cut like a $50 million player or something like that, like you got to pay that money. I guess it's the same exact thing. It's pretty much dead money.
Interesting.
But I mean, these NBA organizations are so rich.
Oh, wow, Derek White hit a 3. What's the world coming to? Hey, speaking of coaches that are going to get fired, Rando, has Mark Pope signed anybody since we last spoke?
No.
Let's see. No, maybe. When did
Wednesday? No.
Wednesday? It was
since Wednesday. Anything happened since Wednesday?
He flew to Israel. That happened. I think maybe that might have been on Wednesday. Which now
did he get the kid?
Well, it seems like Will Wade might get him. I don't know.
He can't even out recruit the Palestinians. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that was a great tweet that went out. Here's the thing. If I don't even know what to say. I mean, he did fly out there. He flew like through a war zone to see this kid. And if he still doesn't land him, I'm going to just say that it was because he chose not to. I'm just going to put that narrative out there. It's not going to
just put the stats up from the game he was at where he was like 0
Oh,
points,
yeah.
1 rebound, -9, 2 fouls, or whatever he had. It was terrible.
Actually,
In
there was,
reality,
a-
he was trying to go get Ethan Bird on the low.
On the
I don't
contract
know
thing
who to get at this
for the
I don't-
coaches, they're not technically guaranteed, but they do have buyout money. Like
okay.
Monty Williams, when he was fired in Detroit, they owed him $65 million.
Yeah, I remember that was the biggest NBA coaching contract in the history of the sport, I think, when they signed him from Phoenix.
Man, I'd love to
So
get
they say
fired.
they can negotiate individually. So I guess it's kind of like just with college, it's they get a buyout type thing, and it's how much they never get the full amount.
Hammer, to your point, fired coaches and backup quarterbacks have to be the 2 best jobs in sports.
Oh, for sure.
A clipboard holder, good Lord, you're
This-
making
This was a comment earlier in the show. I know Santos was rumored. If Trilly said like LSU's now leading, which is kind of crazy, based off Pope flying out there. We just talked about what was this talk about with collecting DMPs from Najai, or however you say his last name. No disrespect, I'm just still learning. But do you know what old peanut butter posse's talking about here?
I think he's just saying that he's not going to play, or
Is it injury risk, or is he like draft prospect that's going to load manage?
No, I think he's saying that he's not good enough.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Like,
Which
he's
I
saying
would.
Santos is better. Which, see, like, I mean, I've said it, like, with any of the international guys, probably other than that white lefty kid that we were supposedly rumored talking to, and he's staying overseas, because that kid that kid was throwing up like 40 footers and just straight cash. But other than that, with most international guys, I don't really put a whole lot of stock into them until we really see them here, because all you can really find is like highlights. You can't really judge who they're playing against. It's like really hard. Like the way we judge high school kids, you can get a decent comparison because you're comparing them to everybody else in the high school game. With the international guys, we don't really know what to look at, or like how to judge them, how to evaluate what moves could translate, how's their athleticism.
Yeah, there's so many different leagues, and you don't really know like the true competition in each league.
So with both of those guys, I mean, they could both commit, and I'll be like, yeah, good pickup. But like, I mean, we got to see it. Like the NJ commitment, everybody's penciling him as a starter, and I'm like, I don't know if we should. Like I said it on Wednesday. Like I think Kentucky needs, like, if they're going to go get a superstar, they should go get a 4. And because I know he's like penciled in as the starting 4 right now, and he probably would be if the season started today. But I don't know what to expect from him.
So who do you think would take that? I agree with you, but there might be an argument for McBride to be that guy. He's played college ball here already, Oklahoma State, recruits are like bigger name. He might be more consistent until the international dude kind of figures it out.
Mm-hmm. Like what we saw with Yelovich last year, of like Mo started, realized that was not a fit because we had like 3 non-shooters on the floor, and then Yelovich stepped into that role. I don't know. I mean, if you could get like Momcilovic or Graves or those guys, like they could start at the 4. But like,
what is Milan's height? Do you know off the top of your head?
I think it's like
6'8", 6'9".
Yeah. And he's not like he's not gonna like post you up. He actually can post you up, but he always goes to this post fade, which I think he shoots like 90% on.
Off one leg, he's like a thicker Dirk.
Yeah, it's crazy, and he like never misses it. But he could play the 4. But like with that, then you would need Malachi to take a huge leap, because then you're kind of giving up, some of that rim protection, rebounding, those things. So like if Momcilovic is your 4, Malachi is going to have to be a monster inside if you want to play that way, because it would be a true 4-out, 1-in offense with that zoom and actions and ball screens and those kinds of things.
Let me ask you something. I put a tweet out there a little bit ago about Reese Potter and if he could play the 4, because we did see Pope try to fit BG at the 4, Moreno at the 5 at times last year because the BG can't stretch the floor, has shown that he can't hit the 3, not consistently, but he's got a nice stroke and can hit it from time to time. Watching Reese Potter at Miami, he has an offensive game, not a great post game, but he definitely can stretch the floor. Do you see him as being a potential surprise at the 4 spot? I know he's 7'1", but someone who could stretch it out, because Moreno can't do it. At least we haven't seen him do it. He's definitely in the post guy, or if he's at the top of the key, he's facilitating. He's not going to shoot. Do you see a Reese Potter type coming in there and maybe stretching the floor out and playing that 4 spot, or is that crazy?
I don't think it's necessarily crazy, but I wouldn't necessarily bank on it either. It's kind of the same way as we don't really know what to expect from Potter, and we also don't really know what the behind this. We know what Hawthorne was doing this year of just getting big, living in the gym, trying to muscle up, bulk up. We didn't really hear much about what Potter's plan was. We don't really know the potential, the future of him as well. So he does have some game to him. Obviously, I mean, he was a decently productive player at Miami of Ohio. Showed some good stuff. I don't think he would be a starting 4, but could he play potentially 10, 12 minutes or something? And or even could he be a backup 5 option as well? I think that's something to look at. But then you also have Cam Williams. He played some 4 this year as well too, so you could slide him. I don't think Braden Hawthorne will play the 4, just because I don't think he's physically big enough for that. So you kind of have Cam, you have Njai. I think that's really it right now of who could play the 4.
McBride.
Oh, and
4.
McBride. Yeah, McBride.
Yeah.
And then maybe Reese Potter as well. But I think that 4 spot is where there's the biggest question marks. As far as I would like to see them go and get another 4. Or another 5, or maybe somebody who could do both. That's why I was really hoping that Magoon Guath we recruited a lot harder, because I thought he could be that swing 4 or 5. Could be a 7th man, but play both positions. That's just kind of a hard thing to do, especially with Pope's system, because it's not we're running 2 bigs down at the block. You got to be able to play in the inside, but you also got to be able to have some stuff on the outside too. And then also be able to shoot it if you're going to play the 4. If not, or if you can't even possess any threat from the outside, then you're just, it's what we saw this past year with Mo and Malachi. It worked some, but also it was so stagnant at times because teams are packing it in and there's nowhere for you to go. And then you can't shoot it. And it's just a full-on disaster out there on the offensive side.
So before we get to the Tennessee and Juke Harris, looks like crystal ball to Tennessee. What's your thoughts on Ryan Hampton? If we get him, is it pretty much automatic he's going to reclass just based off what the roster looks like right now? And what do you think about his game? And does it slide Bray Hawthorne to the bench? Because I think right now he probably he's solidified at the starting 3, unless you think that's Cam's role. Which it might be
Cam.
Okay, so maybe it's Cam slides to the bench, but Ryan Hampton, I think he is the number 1 small forward in the country right now in the 27 class, could reclassify to 26. It looks like we are in a good spot for him, but we've been there before. It's all about Pope and others closing. What do you like about his game, and where does he fit on this team?
Yeah, I think he even could play the 2. I just searched it. He's 6'6", 180, I think. So he could even play the 2, a backup 2 role as well. Even though that's a little bit clogged up from our roster, but I think, I don't know what that decision would be with the reclass. That's always something that's kind of interesting. If it was something that he wanted to do, obviously it probably, if it was something he wanted to do, he would probably have to understand that you're probably not coming in to be the guy, but you could have a role, and then maybe maybe he's just an automatic hit right out of the gates, and then he's just a certified great player who can work his way into the NBA draft. And he's a one and done guy, and he's awesome at Kentucky. But yeah, I mean, regardless, if you get him in the 26 or 27 class, I think it would be huge. Yeah, I think I think he would probably be a bench piece more than likely. I say bench piece of like six man probably, because he's ultra talented. But then he also could start at the 3 as well. Because I mean, Cam is good and he projects to being very good, but I think a lot of times we also as fans, like we think Cam is better than actually what he maybe is at times. Now, it's unfair to him because he had a really interesting year. Like he started very streaky, pretty bad.
Yes.
And then he got going. And then right when he got going was right when his foot injury happened. And then you can't really judge anything in the SEC tournament or March Madness because, I mean, that was completely unfair. He came back after surgery in a month and a half, and anything you got from him was a positive. So I think the biggest thing, Joe, with just this roster is like how much did these guys develop that are coming back? And then, how good can these guys that you add, how good and impactful can they be as well?
Yeah, no, I agree. And it is, we saw Cam do some special things when he was at Tulane. He, not just as a shooter, but it is a different sort of game in the SEC. The talent is better, and you're asking Cam to kind of step up the way Kobe Bryant did when Jackson Robinson went down, right? And he became like a primary scorer, not just a shooter. Mm-hmm. And maybe he can be that, and we'll see. I'm super excited on what Bray can do because I've seen him at least at the high school level at a very high level, score in multiple ways. So I think he's kind of being slept on what he can be. It might take him some time to kind of figure out how to play this. He hasn't played in a very long time, but we'll see how that goes.
But that, like the one thing about Braden too is like what we have to remember is like he also reclassified last year. And so like, and he was a top 30-ish, top 35 player in that class, which we saw was the greatest freshman class in college basketball history. And so, I mean, he's a good player. He can be impactful. Next year timeline wise would be his freshman year in college. So we have to remember that as well. But he has 1 year of the extra college basketball stuff of the workouts and the practices and the schedule and the eyes on you here at Kentucky and, just all of the media stuff, all of that extra stuff that goes into playing high level college basketball, especially at a program like Kentucky. So it should be like, it'll be his freshman year. It'll be his first year, but like, he's going to feel like a veteran. So hopefully that's just he's able to translate and hopefully he's just an immediate impact guy right out of the gates. Because if he is, that would be massive.
Agreed. All right, so now we'll transition for a little bit over to Tennessee, and Juke got a 60% crystal ball to Tennessee, flipped from Michigan. Last show we talked about, it looks like Nate Amant's definitely not going to come out of the draft if he's going to be lottery. So you got some extra money there that might have flipped the decision. But how do you feel about Juke? And I mean, if you get him this late in the game for Tennessee fans, that's got to be, well, I think he is right now the number one portal get, right? If you look at, different On3 or 247 rankings, how do you feel about Juke? When do you think the decision is going to come from? Open the floor to anybody over there wearing orange, or I guess Odie Green, Heavy Poor Sports, shout out Hammer. How do you feel about Juke, and when do you think the decision is going to come through?
I don't think we're going to get a decision until right before the NBA draft.
He's in the draft, isn't he? In the process,
he's going to the combine and everything. That's
yeah. So
that's the 12th.
What's his mock at right now?
He's in the 30s. So he's a second round pick.
But I think some of that right now is also because it's not with the mocks is they're not sure if he's going. So I think the combine is going to be his big thing.
That's a good point.
This
has a lot of this has a Yaxel vibe to it of last year, right? Where you get you might get a commitment to a school, but it's all about where can I go in the draft, and if the money doesn't make sense, I'm gonna come back to school.
Mm-hmm.
I know for Tennessee, if he does commit, that's their best roster that Barnes has complete all the way around. That I mean, they got a shot. I think they go into the season the top 5 roster. Well, I mean, even defensively. I mean, I don't think it's elite like Barnes has had, but I think that as a total team, I think he makes that. I mean, he adds what was he 20 points a game at weight?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty good at efficiency.
I mean, that's a scoring. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they'll learn defense. I mean, if they may not have played a lick of defense anywhere else they've been, they'll play defense at Tennessee.
This is a big statement.
I think some of them, with the portal kids that have come in all the way to like to connect, and all of them is that they know they're going to pick up that defensive side, which helps them when looking at the NBA.
Yeah, my only fear I shouldn't say fear, but my only question with Tennessee is just their front court. Like their back courts and kind of their wings are absolutely, they're loaded with talent and depth and, unique, versatile skill sets. But like my only question with them would be their front court. Like, can they hold up and be successful? Like I wish, if I was a Tennessee fan, like we talked about it, like instead of loading up so much on some of these guards, if I was them, I would have went out and got a big, impactful, shot blocking, versatile, lob threat big. I don't know if they have that, but they could play this unique small ball, high explosive offensive style and it work out just fine. So.
Yeah, we need a lurch. We need a big rim protector, 7 foot.
One of them Michigan, Purdue type Big Ten guys.
Yeah.
7'5".
Yeah. One of them has got his name's like 35 letters long. He's only got 2 vowels in it. That's the kind of guy that we need to go get.
Romanovich.
Yeah.
Night, Juice. Sorry about it. Maybe next year.
So this weekend we're hosting a guy named Favor eBay who is 7'1". So that their size
it fits.
Is he foreign or where's he from?
I don't. That's all I can tell you. I'm not prepared for any other follow-up questions. I got no other information. I just know some 7'1" dude named Favor eBay is. Like, I don't even know if he's just like a depth piece or what. Because our starting front court is probably Harrelson and either Dwayne Brown or
Day.
Who?
Dwayne Brown, he flashed. He showed potential.
You say front court or back court? I'm sorry.
Front court.
Oh, yeah.
The guy from Loyola, whatever his name is.
Miles
Ruben, thank you. So it's my guess is probably Harrelson at the 4 and either Ruben or Brown at the 5. So then you either have Ruben or Brown coming in, but then yes, I think we need one more depth piece. And a 7-footer, 6'11" long dude would be nice.
Hey, I
you
just
say
found
it
him.
was Flory Badungo or whatever. Banunga? Is that who you're talking about?
Favor eBay.
Oh,
You were close, Ferris.
Flory's in Louisville.
Look,
I didn't.
Did he sign? Did he commit to Louisville?
Yeah, a little bit ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I found him though, boys, and he's from of all places, Lenore Ryan. So
LR.
that should be an automatic get right there.
I'm 3-0 against LR, by the way.
Ironically enough, this guy's name is Conrad Luzinski. He has a U and an I in his last name. That's it. Everything else is consonant. So he already fits the profile that I'm looking for. Homeboy is 7'2", 270. He's a junior.
So just in case you Kentucky folk don't know, Lenore Ryan is in Hickory, North Carolina, which is where Coach Barnes is from.
Yep.
And
went to school.
He coming to
Tennessee
Tennessee.
somewhere over in the East.
Yeah, and so they're in the same conference that I played in, and Randall, my EWS instructor, also played there. Way back when.
So Lenoir-Rhyne is a school?
It is. It's a Division II school. They're in the South Atlantic Conference, and I am 3-0 against LR. So, but I also got a speeding ticket in Hickory. So
tells me this kid's gonna suck. So I'm not really worried about him.
My little brother, he played basketball at Carson Newman, which is out there in East Tennessee,
Jefferson City, Tennessee,
in Jeff City, which is also in the South Atlantic Conference. So when they came over to North Carolina to play LR, I drove over from Wingate, but I was late. I was trying to get there on time, so I was speeding and got a daggum ticket, and was even later to the game.
Well, real quick,
all right, are we ready now? I'm ready.
Never a doubt 76ers win. Yeah, I'm trying to see. I was gonna get Coach in here for this thing, see if he was wanting to play a little bit. Still waiting to see if he's gonna join, but we can jump on here and do the thing, play the game a little bit. Yep, 76ers won. Never a doubt. Whenever you're ready, T, if you want to jump on there.
All right, so we're trying to add in a little bit of fun to the show. I mean, not that we don't have fun anyway, but just throw some games in here. So typically people do keep 3, cut 5, that type thing. So we're gonna do one of those. All you guys are gonna have to collaborate though, so that you can come up with a consensus answer. But because this is our first time, we'll start big. We're gonna go keep 5, cut 7. So we're gonna go with 12 different things, and these are your favorite sporting events. You will not know what I'm going to say next, so you gotta hope you play it right. So keep 5, cut 7. Favorite.
Now, let me ask you: do we all have to agree, or it's our own 5 and 7?
No, you kind of gotta have a panel consensus.
Okay. All right.
Although I'm hearing my kids out there wilding, so I might have to run out there and dad voice some folks here in a minute.
So you just so it's like we don't know what you're saying next. So you're just gonna say like basketball, and we have to say keep or cut.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
All
That's right. But these are like massive sporting events that I'm about to give you.
Okay.
All right.
Can I ask one question before we start?
Please do.
Is Mongolian dick wrestling on here? Because I definitely want to keep that.
I guess you just gonna have to stand by.
Is that with your golden showers?
Yeah, and the golden showers.
Don't ask questions, Harris.
All right. So, first big sporting event, keep or cut. March Madness.
Keep.
We have guys.
That's 100% keep.
That's a no-brainer.
All right. Everybody's on keep. All right. Keep or cut, NBA playoffs. So if in a playoff situation, we can include the championship game or series in the event.
So if it was NBA Finals, I would say keep. But NBA playoffs as a whole, I'm cutting.
Well,
what do y'all say?
I'm going to say this before we answer the rest of us, I guess. Well, Ferris just gave you the Just, I'm not going to say anything, but just think about all the other sporting events that potentially could be on this list.
Yeah,
that one for me is going to be way down at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'll go. I can go watch people fall in Walmart. I don't need to watch LeBron.
All right, so we're cutting. Cut.
So,
all right.
So far we have kept March Madness. We have cut the NBA playoffs. Next event, the WNBA playoffs.
Cut.
I thought you said major events. What is that?
It's a major event. It just I'm not talking about how popular it is.
Yeah.
Or
what
not.
channel? What was it on Tubi?
I went to a sex toy convention and a WNBA game broke out. So
things were flying everywhere. You got to duck.
Yeah, with all due respect, we cut.
Hey, Selena. All right. It sounds like Sounds like we're gonna cut the WNBA playoffs. No,
You could have
No
stopped
respect.
at WNBA. You could have
No
stopped right
respect.
there, and we
No
just said,
respect.
no, cut it.
I can't believe y'all. All right, next event, Stanley
hold
Cup.
on real quick.
Wait,
Did y'all see
Oh.
Angel Reese? Did y'all see that highlight that they had of her dribbling down the court the other day?
Well,
and getting
Is that what she was doing? It was dribbling?
I did,
What
and
is
I was so
epilepsy?
confused because they were like, Angel Reese owns Cardoso, and then I saw her do the little crossover, and I was like, this is the slowest crossover, and then she got stuck. So I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
I got
we're
it.
trolling now.
Yeah.
So you said Stanley Cup playoffs?
Next
I-
event, keep or cut, Stanley Cup playoffs.
I cut that because I don't watch hockey. But if you guys, if you three outweigh me, that's fine.
Based off all the things that I could think of there, I'm going to say cut. Stanley playoff is it like electric. If you're a hockey dude, I'm just not. So I'm going to say cut.
That's how I am. Only time I've watched the playoffs is when the Blues won the Stanley Cup. So that's it.
See, it's like I look at it like with the Predators were in it, it was outstanding, but I haven't watched it since. So I guess that's a cut thing.
Man, it's
Yeah.
Playoff hockey is just different. And I know none of you guys, and I'm not like a huge like NHL guy. I bet props. That's about it. And, games sometimes, but I mean, it's really exciting, but I'm not gonna state a case for it. Everybody's kind of out on it.
We got
All right. So
we'll-
three cuts in a row. We have cut the Stanley Cup playoffs. All right, keep or cut the college football playoff.
keep.
That gets the opposite reaction of WNBA.
Keep it. Keep it. We got 5, right?
You got to keep 5. You're gonna cut
we got-
7. So far,
yeah,
you're
we're
at
keeping that one.
you're at
Is that
1-3.
a, are we sure though? Because the first round matchups sometimes disappoint.
But yeah, that's a good point. But I think the
Yeah, we
whole
gotta
of the
keep that,
playoff.
yeah.
Yeah, I
really
think
likes
I
really
still
like
think we
the
got to
whole of
keep
it.
that because
Okay. All right. I'm
Yeah.
just making sure because we only got 5 options here.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you know,
What
if
do we
Tennessee's
have?
playing
Think
the first
about-
round,
think
they're going
about
to
the
lose by
ones that are-
30. So
because I think we're all thinking about some of the same ones that are coming that we definitely got to keep. But I think we got to keep that because that's a college football national championships decided in that.
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
I think we have to keep the CFP.
All right.
I think that's a
So we're keeping the college football playoff. Next event or event series, the NFL playoffs.
Keep.
Gotta keep.
What are we
gotta
at
keep.
now?
NFL
Is that-
scheme.
I think that's,
That's
3
3 now. That's 3.
What are y'all
I mean,
keeping
we're
in the
keeping it.
playoff, right?
Yeah, we got to keep the NFL.
Yeah.
Have to football scheme.
You're at 3-3 right now.
All right.
Okay. Keep or cut Major League Baseball postseason.
Cut.
Bye.
Yeah.
Look, y'all, my baseball heart is hurting on this, but if you're not a baseball, it's boring. It's you got to have a team.
I
in
might
it.
rather
That's
watch
it.
the WNBA than the MLB
Oh my
playoffs.
God.
Yeah, that's too far.
It'll-
That's too
It's
far.
funnier.
Get out of here. You're
It's
Give me
way funnier.
Caitlin Clark over Aaron Judge all day, every day.
you're cut off. No more for you. You've had
No,
you
I'm
passed the
telling you
limit
right
now.
now.
He lost his voting privileges.
Oh yeah, man. Holy cow!
Are y'all going with
We're
cut?
outnumbered here, Hammer.
Yeah, we're cutting. We cutting.
Well,
Wait. So y'all are 2-2, right?
We might
I
have to
say
fix
I
that.
say we got to. It hurts my heart,
It's
but I say
gotta-
we got to cut it.
Okay.
Ooh, Hammer cutting baseball. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Okay.
Well, the
'cause
Dodgers
you
are going
gotta
to win
agree.
for the foreseeable future, so there's no point really in even having postseason.
But it
play.
only-
The
it
season's
only
over
really
with. Just
matters
give
to
the
the-
Dodgers the damn trophy and let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
It only matters to the people that like if you have a team in it. I mean, your random sports fan is not watching just a Thursday night MLB playoff. game.
Ferris, you just pissed off every boomer that's watched or ever will watch this podcast with that statement.
That is true. All right,
You
we
got-
are
He's
cutting.
correct.
We are cutting the MLB postseason. Next event or event series, keep or cut the College World Series.
It's going to be
That one's
cut. I mean, if you
tougher.
get,
It's cut for me.
Yeah, cut.
Okay.
But I would.
I
rather
love
watch
it.
that. I would rather watch that than the MLB playoffs.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree with you, Drew. I agree. I'd
But
rather
what's
watch
still
college
out there?
baseball than
T, if you don't say Daytona 500, this is not a real list, but that's what I'm holding out for. But go ahead.
you might get outvoted on that, Rando.
Yeah, I probably will.
Yeah, nobody voting for that. All right. So
What are
next
we cutting?
event.
College baseball? Is that postseason?
Yep,
Is that right?
cutting. Yep, cut.
Yes.
We got 2
College
more.
World Series. Okay.
Keep or cut Wimbledon.
Cut.
Cut.
You
Cut.
are not men of culture.
Cut.
I mean, because all they do is grunt. Just
Yes.
We're a bunch
love.
We're a bunch of hillbillies. So,
Yeah, come
Fuck.
on now.
I mean, Rando's got more redneck in him than I think any of us do with all that moonshine and NASCAR and praise hail and praise tail.
Yeah,
Daytona
buddy.
500, he better be on there.
Yeah, right.
That's funny. All right, we are cutting the pinnacle of tennis. All right, keep or cut.
Hold up, real quick. Just all tennis. Just cut all tennis.
Wait a minute, boys. We've cut
Okay.
6 now.
Oh, we can only cut one more.
You got one more
No,
cut.
One more cut. Yep.
You got one
We're
more
about
cut.
to get
and some
women's
more
golf,
keeps.
aren't we?
Man, surely some good ones are coming.
All right, keep or cut the World Cup.
Keep.
I think that's
It's
a
the only
keep.
time I
that's
watch
a key,
soccer.
man. That's
Only
a
time.
global-
That's yeah.
See, I don't watch soccer, but out of the assignment we're doing, we might have to keep if you guys are voting on keeping.
I don't know what's coming up,
It's
but
just-
it's the only time I
But
watch
the World
soccer
Cup
and
is
USA is
pretty-
playing.
significant.
Yeah.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I mean, you got to keep it, right?
USA. USA. I love that, right? I mean,
It's coming home this year. I feel like you got to keep it.
we got a game in
I-
Nashville.
We'll keep it.
Yeah, it's
I-
not been a good. It's not been a good showing on ticket sales either. Like these things supposed to have been sold out, and that is not the case yet so far.
Oh, really? Dang.
What?
Yeah,
They gotta-
they're crazy expensive, and then all the other stuff. So
Yeah, but you know, corporations will buy up those tickets. They're not going to let us get embarrassed on a world
And
stage.
there's a bunch of Southerners that can't figure out why they're playing football with a round ball.
Yeah.
all right, we are keeping the World Cup.
So we only can keep one more, by the way.
You have one keep and one cut, but you don't know what the next two are going to be.
Nope.
Well, we know there's only 2.
I know what I think I know what they both are.
Okay.
Daytona.
Keep or cut the Summer Olympics.
I gotta say cut just because I want to see what happens next.
I mean,
I almost
would-
wish I
would-
knew that was coming. I might have kept the Summer Olympics because we include
Yeah.
soccer, and we could have cut the World Cup. Dadgummit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The Summer Olympics is fun. Like you got basketball. Like for me, I
And
like
it's spread
watching
out over the 2
basketball.
weeks. You got the first week like the basketball and all that stuff, then the second week's the
I
track
like
and
watching
field.
the
So you
golf,
get
too. I love watching the golf.
Oh man, this is tough. What do we do?
Well, my top 3 are on my list, so it's just a matter of preference from here on out. March Madness, college football playoff, the NFL. Those are the 3. Anything else, I could care less.
T, is the Derby the last one?
You can't ask that.
I mean, he can ask
I can
it.
ask
You're
whatever I
not,
want.
you're not gonna get the answer, but you can ask it.
I think it's going to come down
don't
to
tell
Daytona
me.
500, the Masters, or Mongolian dick wrestling. I think those are the 3. One of those 3 is going to be the next one, and I would like to very much keep those 3.
Do we just want to take the risk and see what the last one is?
I think so.
what if they add Mongolia dick wrestling to the Summer Olympics?
Ooh. See,
That would make it
So
like
they
on a
cover
we're
global
it all.
scale.
asking the right questions
Team
here.
USA
Yeah.
the favorite, or who's the favorite?
Probably Mongolia, I would imagine, based off the name.
Yeah,
It's their national pastime.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just technique. They alone.
All right, what's the? Are we cutting it? We're cutting it.
I
We
say
messed
we
up with
cut
the
it.
World Cup. Let's
I
cut
say
it.
we cut it. But
Cut it.
Sounds like we are cutting the Olympics.
cutting
All right.
summer Olympics.
Summer Olympics.
Now, if you come back with like basket weaving or that damn Excel spreadsheet making jump,
I hope he doesn't come back with the Winter Olympics.
I said major events, Hammer, so don't sleep on the World Excel Championships.
Nerd rule.
All right. So you all have kept, or no, I'll tell you your cuts first because this last one is your keep. So you all have cut the NBA playoffs, the WNBA playoffs, the Stanley Cup playoffs, the MLB postseason, the College World Series, Wimbledon, and the Summer Olympics. You have kept March Madness, college football playoffs, the NFL playoffs, the World Cup, and Augusta, the Masters.
Yes.
Your last
That's a good one. Yeah, I would have cut the Masters, but I think I would have been outnumbered on that one. I'm not a golf person, but yeah.
Drew mentioned that he likes to watch the golf in the Olympics, so I was like, oh well, he'll be happy with this last one because he's going to get the pinnacle of golf.
Yeah, the one of the shows I was on right before I joined, Rando was it was Masters week. Rando was crapping on
it for sure
and hyping up NASCAR F1, and that's what I did for my Final Four. I had to go after him.
I'm about to say goodnight to the baby. We don't do positive F1 on this shit. NASCAR all the way. F1 sucks.
Yeah, but he was crapping on the Masters.
How do you really feel, Rando?
I don't understand the F1 craze. I really don't. What do people do? It's so boring. What do we do? It's no. Let's get some sound in there.
So when I was in deployed in Bahrain, and we would be standing on post, it was like 300 miles away or something, but they had an F1 track or whatever, and when we would be at post, like in the middle of the night, you could hear them all the way from where we were, just because of how loud those cars are.
And is it flatter over there? It just trapped. Plus, it's probably clearer.
It's super flat. And it's just desert. Nothing there to stop the sound, and it was strong. Powerful enough. Made it all the way over to where we were. Racing.
That's wild.
Racing of no kind does anything for me, but I was still. Wild is a good way to put that. I thought that was pretty crazy. So
they are talented. I mean, they're moving, and your head's exposed going 100 and something miles an hour. It's not for the weak.
Yeah,
but I'm just not gonna turn on the TV and sit on the couch and watch it. That's just
exactly.
And that F1 movie with Brad Pitt, that was phenomenal. We went to the theater to see it, and it's it's exciting.
Did you see it in 40X?
No, I saw it in Huntsville. What? Did I see it in what?
I don't know what 40X. What is that?
40X. That's like 3D, but the chairs move and stuff.
Oh,
wow, that'd be wild though.
They got that out here.
Do y'all not have that outside of Nashville? Is it like a y'all hillbilly or what are we doing here?
No, it's out here too. I don't think they call it that out here, but they definitely got the motion seats or whatever in the theaters out here.
Look, I am so old. I literally hurt my knee watching the last Final Destination. If y'all have seen it, when that car goes over the train tracks in the very beginning, the seat threw me and I wasn't prepared. Literally, halfway through the movie, my knee's swelling. I was like, how do you get hurt sitting down? That's worse than sneezing.
Ferris inventing ways to hurt himself. This is great.
Yes.
So they have this wizardry up in Nashville.
They do at Opry Mills, at the IMAX theater.
Oh well, yeah, Opry Mills is gonna have everything. So
well, we need to schedule a play date then, Ferris, and go check out this whatever you called it.
Yes. Well, in the very back they got love seats so we can share a booth.
Now we're talking.
When I was in school, the Hickory Hollow Mall was my mall locale. And I remember we went to a movie. I think it was Hitch. I think I went to watch Hitch there, and then when we left, there was a shooting there like 15 minutes later. Like we got out just in time.
Oh man, not surprising.
The last movie I saw there was Saw. Now you talking about walking out in that neighborhood after seeing Saw? I was scared of that.
Yeah, that's appropriate. So just so y'all know, since I knew what the list was, my keeps would have been March Madness, the Summer Olympics. I love the Summer Olympics. I try to watch every single event. I'll watch archery. I'll watch crew, especially because they come and practice for crew in Oak Ridge too.
Nice.
Like right down the street from my granddaddy's house. The World Cup, because I actually love soccer, college football playoff, and NBA playoff. Those would have been my keeps.
I agree with Rando though when he said the soccer in the Olympics. That would have offset the World Cup for me.
But but if you're into soccer, they care about the World Cup a billion times more than they do the Olympics.
Yeah,
so
the World Cup.
That's
is
the
like,
thing. And see,
it's a global super event.
Yeah,
see, I
just
like
like
watching
I think we got our list right. I think we got our list right. I would have switched out Summer Olympics for sure for the World Cup, but I think we were pretty good based off the blind thing. Also,
I think if you'd have said just Olympics, like just covered like it used to be in the same year, everything together, I think that would have got it, because I'll watch the figure skating. Look, that guy doing the backflips and stuff on ice. The only last time I did a backflip was because I passed out.
Now the Winter Olympics are cool. I know, like per viewership numbers and all that, the Summer Olympics are a bigger draw.
Oh yeah.
The Winter Olympics are cool. I was into them heavy this year actually. The cross country skiing, man, that makes me on the
shooting,
like a little
shooting and then skiing.
There was a dude going 15 miles.
Is crazy.
And there was a guy going 15 miles an hour uphill. Like I can't.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Any Olympic sport, it doesn't matter how far off it is from like what we're used to, like how unique it is. It's impressive that these dudes like dedicate so much time to it. Dudes do that, dedicate so much time to it to make themselves like that spectacular. And it's
Think
insane.
about that. You have to wait 4 years for your next chance. And you have to give everything you got, but just about during that 4 years, because the age difference between being
and you got to even qualify to make the team.
So, what's the one where they go off the massive ramp and then they're just like flying squirrel on the skis?
Yes,
just the long jump thing.
It's just a ski jump, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's just ski jump.
Yeah. So there was like this whole thing about how they were cheating in the ski jump, because they do like lasers or whatever to get their bodysuits fit, and the Olympics fabricate the bodysuit for them or whatever. So they were taking these pills to enlarge themselves, and then
a lot of men do that, T.
They get fitted.
It's called Viagra.
Yeah, but they get fitted at the larger size, and then they are not that large when it comes, time to do their ski jump. So there's more
like squirrels,
more surface area for wind drag or whatever. And
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because like as a I lost 100-something pounds. I got a little extra skin, so like I could wear that suit. I guarantee you, my big ass could make some distance on that long jump. Now, I am terrified.
And you're gonna get some momentum going downhill too. You're going,
yes, yes. You get to go in at gravity take effect. Shit, flying Ferris.
Flying Ferris.
Do you have to land it to get the points, or can he just like plop into the snow?
Oh, you're gonna land it one way or the other.
You're coming down.
Gravity is.
I don't think I hit my feet at all.
Yeah,
I don't know. Do you have to stick the landing?
I don't know.
I think you're doing Olympics now.
Not.
If it's just me going, I don't know. No.
Well,
I'm just trying to survive.
Summer Olympics has gymnastics. We definitely we should have put Summer Olympics instead of World Cup. It is what it is. Whatever.
What other things did we? Not instead of World Cup. But.
Yeah, I would pick Summer Olympics. I think you can't have Summer Olympics and World Cup. In my opinion, based off the list you gave us. Like, what else are you gonna miss?
Yeah.
So
4
My yeses
non-negotiables on there.
My yeses are March Madness, Summer Olympics, World Cup, college football playoff, and NBA playoff. But I love soccer. So, and I don't think you were here, but we were talking about it. Like the gold medal in soccer doesn't hit nearly as heavily for soccer people as the World Cup. So
World Cup, yeah.
That's why it was such a big deal for Messi, right? Because he had all the other things he hadn't in the World Cup yet. He got it. Yeah, no, I agree with you as far as like the soccer world, but in our world, you know, in America, it's about the daggum Summer Olympics because it encompasses all of the thing.
Yeah, because we win most of those. That's why we like it so much.
This is I'll tell you right now why the
Next
American mind cannot fully embrace soccer is because it makes no sense. Like Nashville, they just apparently won a title or something, but then they're also in another tournament and another, like it didn't make, like in football, we have AFC, NFC. Yes, there's too many leagues. Like, I don't know if they're playing in MLS or they're playing in Europa or wherever the thing's called or something.
That's fair. There's a lot of championships out there, so it's like which ones
it's like
matter.
boxing.
Yeah, I get it.
Now that
being
said,
that's just what frustrates me. Because I want to, if you root for somebody, you want to follow them, and I just don't know. It's just too hard to keep up with.
Yeah, and even like the Premier League, there's like a sub league below the Premier League that they relegate down to whenever they suck, and so
I think that's brilliant. Could you imagine having that in the SEC?
That's smart.
We could throw Vanderbilt and some other teams down there.
Hold on now. We might not have been in the SEC, a couple of years, speaking on Kentucky football. But I was just about to say that I do agree with that, especially the NFL. Like with all these, well, right now we have UFL, we just have one. But what if the last team, what if the last team in the NFL relegated down to UFL and the UFL team came up and you just play it that way? Like now spring ball would actually mean something.
Yeah.
Because right now it sucks. Spring football, UFL super sucks.
The Titans would be in danger.
Yeah, I think the relegation would be dope. It would be dope. And I mean, and I don't know, they don't really do a draft over there, but that is your guaranteed tanking deterrent. Like, you are about to go to a lower league, so nobody will tank.
Yeah, because in the NFL, the Titans, they just opened this stadium and they just got relegated to XFL. Man, that'd be rough. Wouldn't it?
The problem is,
would it be funny?
Where do you put that team? Like, where do they play at? Because they don't play in normal NFL stadiums or even have the fan base built up for that.
Yeah, because if
they're kind of like minor league stadiums, aren't they?
Or just I know
St. Louis' team, they play in the Battlehawks. They play in
they get to move into the city. The relegate, they get to move into the city and play in their stadium. So now the owner still makes some money. I don't know.
Yeah, but if you got like the Birmingham Stallions get to move up and we're going to send the Jets down, like logistically, that's a bit of a problem.
Because
it's almost like Big Ten. That's almost like the Big Ten travel schedule.
Yeah, the Battlehawks play in the old Edward Jones Dome where the St. Louis Rams played for a long time, but that's not a modern day NFL stadium. That's why the Rams moved, because the stadium was old and they wanted to go back to LA anyways, and they were going to build a really cool stadium, but the Rams are like, no, we're going back.
I think that because and T, you can answer this because you'll know more, but don't they have certain, because I thought, didn't Ryan Reynolds, when he had that team and he was trying to work its way up, you got your stadium has to seat so many people to be in this category to move up and things like that. So they have stadium requirements.
Yeah, and it's the same over here for the MLS, because there's whatever the league right under the MLS, and they have some of those teams that try to join the MLS, but there are stadium requirements for that.
Yeah.
So when I was stationed in Indiana, they had the Indy 11, and they played in the Colts Stadium, and so they were trying to join the MLS and build their own and all that, but they were having a hard time getting approved, and they still haven't by the MLS because they couldn't prove that they already had the infrastructure in place. So there are infrastructure requirements, and with the English Premier League, the EFL Champion League is the league that they get relegated down to. they all have the appropriate infrastructure if they do get they meet the minimum infrastructure if they do get brought up to the Premier League. But there are requirements.
I think it's cool. Like, I mean, that would be a fun like show. Like if you like had to come up with like a full scenario of like, I think would it be college football to start or NFL?
You probably have to be college
football. Like, hey, yeah, because you already have lower conferences that you could move around.
The problem
I mean,
with
but, like
I was going to say the problem with that professional, especially the NFL, is like the talent. You know, the difference in the talent. Like the New York Jets would beat the Battlehawks or the Stallions 65-0.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
correct.
Like people were always like, could the 2019 LSU Tigers beat the current New York Jets? It's like, no, the Jets would beat them 50-0.
100%. People who think that that's possible, they don't know sports.
The 2019
Maurice
LSU
Claret and Mike Williams, how that went.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't work that way. That's the only problem. Is like, how would the UFL or the XFL team or whatever it's called get enough talent to even actually be able to compete in the NFL?
Well, and remember over there they don't do the draft, right? So you can sign people and they loan people out, so you could still belong to the Jets.
That's the other part that doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
They play for like 5 teams.
Yes, they do.
Well, and they can sign guys that didn't just get drafted. I don't know why somebody didn't sign Pavia, and I don't know why Pavia wouldn't have wanted to sign up for that too. I know like you have NFL dreams, but like first off, he would have been huge for a team to get because of the moxie around him and stuff like
they
that.
need to move the season to after the draft is a problem. They're already like 3-4 games into the season when the draft ends. And they need to move the season to it. It just none of it really makes any sense
right now. So they could capitalize off of guys that didn't get drafted or didn't get picked. But the problem is too,
they don't make no sense.
The problem is everybody that has a chance is going to sign up for like the rookie camp or like the practice squad throughout the off season. They would rather do that for the NFL teams than go play in the XFL.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because you never know if somebody gets hurt or holds out, practice squad. I mean, you just never know, and you just can't turn down. You can't turn down that opportunity.
The opportunity.
Well, Pavia got the Ravens gave him a 3-year contract, didn't they?
Yeah, which is crazy.
Like, wow.
Yeah, that blows my mind.
He's never going to play.
Yeah, he's 5'7" and he's not.
He runs
NFL
a 4.8.
He's
5'7".
Yeah.
Maybe 5. Somehow they measured him at 5'10" at the combine. I don't know how he did it.
This is a good point. Like Pavia shouldn't have signed. He shouldn't have signed with the Ravens. He should have gone to the to Canadian Football League, been like the next Doug Flutie, that sort of thing, and like at least be a legend of something, and not just a third. What do they call it? The practice? No, the relief quarterback or the emergency quarterback. What the hell that it's called now?
He'll be the third or fourth quarterback for the Ravens.
Don't he have to?
Oh yeah.
Don't you have to be able to punt too if you're that quarterback or something?
Maybe
you're the backup punter. But
what are the big events that T missed? That's what we really need to focus on. So we got a list of 12.
You said Daytona.
More than 12.
I was gonna say a huge UFC pay-per-view.
Yeah, but what number are they on now? Like 330?
Yeah, I think that's the
21 or something. But now, now it's not technically pay-per-views, but like, see, I'm a huge UFC fan. So like for me, that would have been one to keep.
There's just so many of them. Like when is it actually the big one?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm a big boxing guy. It really depends on what the card is and that hit or miss.
Next weekend is a huge card. Huge rivalry in the sport.
House card? I'm just kidding.
No, that's the next one. But next week is a massive card, a huge rivalry. It's going to be absolutely bonkers.
Who is it?
It's a great card too. There's 2 title fights. So there's the flyweight championship, Joshua Van versus Tai Tatsuro. That'll be a fun fight. And then the middleweight championship versus Khamzat Chimaev and Sean Strickland. And those two absolutely hate each other. So it's
So
gonna
it could have been
The
so
pronunciation.
it could have been a big UFC card, the Winter Olympics. I threw Daytona on there just for rando.
I think what you could have done too is like, instead of the whole playoffs, like NBA Finals, Super Bowl, that would have made it a lot more.
That would have made it difficult.
than
The Daytona 500 should 100% be on there. It is the Super Bowl of racing. Nobody misses it. You have like the Michael Jordan is a part of NASCAR right now. How is he
And
not in
winning
and winning with Tyler Reddick, who is a 5'7" redhead, right? Hammer's like this is Hammer's dude, right? This is exactly
Gingers have souls, don't they, Hammer?
Yes.
I mean, everybody needs a leprechaun.
Hammer didn't deserve that. I'm sorry. I was frustrated.
All right, what else?
Crazy.
What else y'all got?
I tell you, I really, if
Hold
you
on,
really
real
wanna
quick, a
put-
funny story to really to tell you how popular the Daytona is. I mean, and how important it came on. I got married on Valentine's Day, and it came on the 15th, and literally we're in the honeymoon in the hotel. You wake up that day, and you're spending right in the room, but Daytona's on in the background.
First of all, Indy 500 was going to be the next one. Daytona's not way on the list, Coach, but yeah, Indy 500 should have been on there. Brickyard.
Okay, no, you don't. You do not get multiple races. So you either
What do you
choose.
mean I don't?
You either
Why?
choose the Daytona or first off, it didn't make the list anyway. But if it was going to make the list, then you get one. You don't
No,
get
that's not
multiple
fair.
races.
You
So
should.
choose your one race.
Well, if I'm choosing, it's Daytona 500, but for the world, it's kind of like World Cup, Summer Olympics. I think for all of racing, Coach is correct. Indy 500 is
Okay.
bigger than Daytona 500.
I think what you could have done for golf too, instead of the Masters, you could have put the Ryder Cup.
You think the Indy's bigger than Daytona?
I think for all of racing, not for again America Daytona 500, but for all of racing.
Okay,
Because
so you're including the
yeah.
F1 because they do it too and all that kind of stuff,
Well, it's like
or the Indy cars and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's like Indy, the Canadian, and you got Euro drivers and whatnot. You got Mexican drivers in Indy. Like a lot, it just spans over more. I think it covers up more of
Culturally,
racing.
it goes
But
more.
yes, if we want to be cultured, you would pick Indy 500. If we want to just go
America.
full
beer drinking.
stars and stripes, yes, you're talking about
Yes.
100%. It's Daytona
Yeah,
500.
I think T got mad you were coming down on
He
his
did.
list. He just left.
Maybe, yeah. He
He
said,
said-
"This is
He
bullshit."
said, "You name one more.
Deuces.
You name one more race. Do it.
Yeah.
I will leave."
Yeah. Oh, T's coming. He's slowly coming. But obviously, the
What's he
Derby
got,
got to
AOL?
be in there. Yeah.
I don't
What
think
happened
we would
to
have,
T?
but the Derby should have been probably mentioned.
Yeah. Derby could have
Derby
been
is
on the
massive.
list.
Also remember, you have to take events out to add these events in. So
For sure. Yeah. You got only
Yeah.
12. Yeah.
So
We're
so
not
what are
beating you
you-
up, T. We're not beating you up, T. We're just saying your list sucked. But other than that, it's,
I mean, me and Ferris and Drew aren't beating you up.
yeah.
No, just
Yes.
Rando. He's just
Yeah,
about the race.
Don't lump us in that.
I just was asking what else could have been on there. So,
I mean, you left off the Daytona 500 and you left off WrestleMania. So Rando's not.
Oh, WrestleMania should 100% been on
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
Thank you, Hammer. I would have forgot that one.
My apologies.
It's a
everybody.
2-day event now. WrestleMania should 100% been on there. Faux show.
I hate that it moved the
Um,
ESPN app. I hate that. It's stupid. It was
Oh,
so
see, I
much
already
better
got it.
being just with
I already got
Peacock.
the ESPN
It
app,
covered
so.
everything.
Oh, you would.
ESPN,
You would
you
like
got-
to watch things on the cock. Yeah, makes sense.
Yes, that Peacock. It just.
But
they
we do
had
have
everything free for the
WWE on too
wars.
many platforms right now. You got Raw on Netflix. You got SmackDown on whatever the hell it is on YouTube TV now, and then you got
Look, streaming's
You know,
killing the pores, man. I can't
Yeah,
handle it.
it's-
It just.
yeah.
It's ruined every sport. Like the NBA, you have to have like 3 different things to watch the playoffs, and
I mean,
What was
college
it? They did a
football, too.
yeah,
Yeah, they did something like with college football and the NFL to get all the games, and all that kind of stuff. It would be something like $500 for
Mhm.
that period over the season of how much you spend for the services.
it's
Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah, it's-
Everything.
they
Drew,
take it out in bite-sized chunks though, so it hurts less, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I think you were
That's how
right.
they
I was
sell
actually
it,
kind of
guys.
having this conversation with my family earlier, but probably making the championships or like the final round or that probably does make it a little more difficult, right? Because y'all cut NBA playoffs, but if it's the NBA finals, that might be a different.
I think
might
it has
be a
to have
different
more
discussion.
consideration. Yeah. But I thought it was
Thanks,
interesting,
Coach.
T, that you took
Eating on wrestling.
the NBA postseason
No
over the
fake sports.
NFL postseason.
I've always liked basketball better than football. I was just better at football, unfortunately. So that's what I had to play. I mean, I love football, but I've always liked.
Now, if you gave me 90s NBA, it would be up there. But that stuff
Yeah.
today, that's not. They
But
just,
the finals
yeah,
is
that's
still the finals is still electric. I mean,
yeah,
they definitely go harder, definitely in
Yeah.
the finals than they do.
and that's what it would have made it hard. To Drew's point, if you had to pick NBA Finals over Super Bowl, like a 7-game series potentially over a 1 game, especially
Super
what like
to me.
recency
ahead,
bias you got last year, like it could be a really shite game, right? So a 7-game series might be great. A 1 game, it could be awesome, or it could be like we just saw last year where it's just miserable to watch. And the only reason why you're watching is because it's on and you just spend a bunch of money in appetizers and booze. So it's like you have to watch it. And you got, the halftime show. So you got Bad Bunny. So you obviously have to watch Bad Bunny.
My biggest gripe with the Super Bowl is just the fact that that one game is completely different than every other football game throughout the entire year. With the NBA Finals, it's still basketball. It's still the same coverage. It's still the same thing. With the Super Bowl, it's not even like so much about the football game. It's the commercials and the halftime show when they drag this whole thing out for like 5.5 hours that you forget that you're even watching the Super Bowl.
I was going to make the exact opposite argument that a Super Bowl game is still a football game. Basketball, very much so, playoffs and the championship, there's a whole different intensity level in all that in basketball. Like you can't afford that in football. There's not enough games, and if you're not going, you're gonna get hurt. So you're correct about the production piece and all that, but in terms of the product, I don't like Super Bowl parties because I want to analyze the game, and the product that's on the field is still, to me.
No, I wasn't talking about just the game though. I was talking about all the extra stuff.
Sure. Yeah, the production, you're right. That's a whole
I would say the game at the Super Bowl is usually worse. Like it's not played as well because there's so many breaks.
Because there's so much extra stuff. The halftime's like an hour long for the team sitting in the there's so many extra stuff other than just the football game. Like when it's just a football game, it's great.
How about I went to the Titans and Rams Super Bowl, and I got the worst halftime show in history.
Who was it?
Christina Aguilera and Ricky Martin, and they were doing Disney theme songs.
That should be illegal.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
like it's just.
That was a great game that you went to. That was a great game you went to.
Yeah, we had I wish I'd done it now, but we had people offering $500 for ticket stubs walking out of the game.
Now you'd get like $5,000 offers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Now they don't even have paper tickets.
Yeah,
yeah, and that.
I'll show you my screenshot.
Make an NFT out of it.
NFT. I was gonna say, what was Tom Brady trying to sell us? NFTs? Like what? I don't understand that. You're selling me a gift that I guess nobody else can have. It doesn't make any sense.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like crypto. I stay away from things that don't make sense to me.
Yeah, tech bros are weird.
I'm not smart enough for that stuff.
Same.
Unfortunately.
Same.
Me neither. I just fake it.
See, I can't even fake it. I'm just dumb.
For our very first keep cut, I think that was a good
Not
one.
bad.
I mean,
Not bad.
No, I thought it was great, man. Great job, T.
It caused us to have some conversation. I mean, there were some clear misses, i.e. Daytona 500 and WrestleMania, but I mean, the list is never going to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. So we can't get on too bad. Dang, Coach, you got to fix your time on your
Josh's
on your
comment?
comments. No.
Al Wilson, Josh Heupel, and Peyton pounding a beer with Luke Holmes? Is that the start of a joke?
I think maybe
No,
it happened.
he wasn't kneeling tonight, I think.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
Yeah.
Luke Combs was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably was a pretty good concert. I've never seen Luke Combs in concert.
I'm not big on the. I think kneeling's too big for concerts.
I've
Yeah,
never
just
been.
out.
There
He sold
in
it
the
out.
V.
What does this mean?
Really?
Drew, you're a young
World
guy.
Series
What
of
does this mean?
poker. World Series of poker.
I
Okay.
saw
So I should
him.
ask the old
I
guy.
didn't even know.
Yeah. World Series. No, we are not watching. That is not going to be on the list, Coach. What are you doing? Yeah, God. World
Is that
Series.
still on?
Now, I will say, old boy
Didn't it used to
blowing
come
out
on
his
the Ocho?
ACL. The old dude that
Oh.
blew out his ACL during the
Yeah,
World
that
Series
was-
of poker. That was, and then the commentator trying to sell us that. See, we told you this is a real sport. This is.
Yeah.
It's like no, that is the most unathletic human ever. That's why he blew out his ACL.
Exactly.
Jumping up to
Yeah.
celebrate.
Now this wouldn't go on the list. Have y'all ever watched the professional cornhole players? Though that stuff's fun to watch every once.
Oh,
in a
the
while.
murderer. You
Yes,
talking
because
about the
they
murderer?
they'll just drain them, just one right after the other.
Yeah. Now that wouldn't go on the list, but I like watching cornhole every once in a while on a random
The
Wednesday
Papa Shot
afternoon.
National Championship. That is electric.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen the
I
hide
thought-
and seek or the tag?
That one, yes.
I do.
Me and my wife watched that.
That stuff.
That stuff is
crazy.
fun. It's
I don't
parkour.
know how those guys don't like just decapitate themselves on their poles
Yeah.
and stuff. Like they're just swinging over.
You get kind of
No.
dizzy watching it though.
It's parkour, but they're playing tag but doing parkour. It's
The pillow
This
fighting
isn't one that I
championships,
would-
boxing.
this isn't one that I would remove anything for it. Well, I guess the WNBA playoffs, I'd remove that. But and
That
I don't
was
think
bad.
any of us would keep it. But the rugby sixes or whatever, those worldwide, those are huge. Nobody in the U.S. really cares, but that's the World Cup of rugby. It's a big deal.
Rugby
All that
sixes?
cauliflower ear don't make it over here.
The Six Nations Championship is what it's called. But that's a big deal. They also have a Rugby World Cup too.
That's down there with
So-
the World Series of Baseball or the World Cup. What is it called? World Cup of Baseball or
a
something?
World Baseball Classic.
World Baseball
Yeah.
Classic.
Oh, what about the Tour de France? That's a big one.
Oh, it is a big.
That I mean, it'd
I would-
still be a no. It'd still be a no for me. But that's
Still
a
a
that's
no,
a
but-
massive.
Anything you can lose a testicle and still win don't count.
Well, he was cheating. To be fair, he lost
Yeah.
his when he was winning. He was cheating. He had what was it? He had like a gear in his pedals, and he was taking steroids. He was double dipping.
He was blood
That's
doping
real.
and all that.
That's where
Yeah.
Ohio State got the mascot idea. Okay.
Well, and to be fair, if he would have lost the nut and then was using PEDs, I think people would have been like, oh, we understand that.
Just trying to
Like,
make up
you're-
for the loss in,
yeah,
in
just
hormone. there.
exactly. Like you should probably be able to supplement because you are down a testicle. But then
I mean, I
the
would think
gear
a
and
doc-
the
doctor could sign off on that, right?
yeah, a gear in the spokes thing. You know, when you make their that bicycle electric, then that's
Yeah.
probably going a little bit too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you use bicycle nitrous, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
So,
we gotta
yeah, I
do
mean,
best movies of all time. Best movie. That's not a sports thing. We gotta do best movie series of all time because that's gonna get controversial for sure. Because I'm not a Star Wars guy.
I
that
know
one's
because
all-
y'all
I don't
going.
know movies though.
If
I'm
Rocky
not-
ain't number one, somebody's wrong.
But like Fast and the Furious, if y'all cut that one, I'm stopping the show. Fast and Furious got to be on the top 5 best series of all time. Okay.
Does that
It's
get counted
gotta
just
be.
because of sheer volume of them? And they're like 13 or something now.
What it's got, I mean, like Too Fast, Too Furious gets like some rap for not being great, but Tyree got some of the best one-liners in that movie of all time.
No, Paul Walker in Too Fast, Too Furious has the best movie line of all time with "Forget about it, cuh." So, like,
No. Ejectocito,
that is-
cuz. That's the best line of all
Ejecto
time.
Cito Cuz is good too, but that is peak cinematic lines there. Like, you cannot top
We
it.
ain't
So
hungry no more.
when you do it, you can choose whatever you want. That's what I like about those, though. I mean, we could make them Tennessee centric or Kentucky centric, or you can. I've seen them where they've done like Call of Duty games, so you can make it whatever you want.
Yeah,
It's
man,
cool.
we're having some fun with that. It's definitely going to carry the off season. But we'll go ahead. We'll wrap this up. Ferris, are you familiar with our last calls and what we do on these happy hour shows? Okay, well, you're going to learn real quick. So I'm going to throw you right under the bus here. So what we do is a last call, and you get to say whatever is on your heart, like the thing that bothers you the most, pet peeves, whatever it is. It is your last call before we shut this thing down. Basically, like it's the last string. I got to get it down real quick. What would be your last call on this Heavy Pour Sports Derby happy hour show?
I'm gonna say this is for everybody's. I'm gonna call out, and it ain't sports related or anything else, but it's freaking blinkers. And I'm gonna say, because it's the original text message, and it just actually happened multiple times today that I'm sitting there, and it never fails that the person that doesn't use a blinker has also got a dent in the rear of their car, and you know why? Like it's like you're sitting there telling everybody on God's green earth what the hell you drive like, and it's just obvious. And so, like, just you're driving through Nashville, we're already driving with idiots, and then you can't even use your blinker, and you almost take my front end off. I get very angry with that, and I like to chase people, but I'm not like bad, right? Like I don't like no guns or anything, but like I just want to scare them a little bit.
Yeah, I have bail money on standby for Ferris for various reasons. We don't have to get into all of them. That's on the list.
Yeah, yes.
For your last call, that was a gem for sure.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like it. Drew, give me your last call for tonight.
Yeah, my last call is, why is the Kentucky Derby broadcast like 6 hours long? Like I watched the Oaks last night. It was a perfect hour long for the race. You're in there, you're out, you watch the race, perfect. Now I get it. If you're there, like you can watch all day long, but when and I get it, people probably watch it on the TV, but there's no reason to get on there at 3:30 Eastern time or whatever it is to watch a 5-hour buildup for a 1.5 minute race. Makes no sense. I turned on the broadcast like 45 minutes before the race today. Got the lead up, got me excited, got me, built up energy for the race. Race happened. The celebration, boom, it's over. It was great. I don't know why they choose to have a 6-hour broadcast for a 1 minute race. Makes no sense to me. So that's that.
Especially when you're having John Fanta as like your lead. Yeah, you got to show the hats. And when John Fanta's out there doing, we could have done better. I would have had Dale Hart Jr. out there.
I mean, he went from the field of 68 to a huge NBC deal. Not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad. Also, he's in that super tight suit, sitting on a blanket in the infield. Brother, like I don't need to know what your business is all about.
I'm not defending him for that. So
you got what cracks me up? That old lady that rides the horse after they win. She's like just right up in the grill. Yeah, it's like he can't breathe.
Why do they keep riding the horses after the race? Like, why don't they just stop? Oh. Yeah, they could just keep riding. I'd be like, "Can I get off of here?" Or
he can't speak English. He can't breathe. He can't do nothing. He's just over there like, "I ride a horse."
Yeah. We won the money.
Yeah.
Listen, before we go to the next one, Coach, you keep talking about my worst takes. Remember, you weren't in the chat yet, but just remember that you told me I also had worst NBA playoff takes. And guess what the 76ers just did? Knocked off the Celtics. So, maybe back off a little bit. All right. Maybe I'm coming for you on Live at 5 because my sport takes seem to be okay. My movie takes might be okay as well. Fast and Furious got to be in the list. T, what's your last call, bro?
I'm on that like toilet paper and paper towel packaging where they're like 1 mega roll equals 6 normal rolls or whatever. Like, do normal rolls even exist anymore? Because every package says that their product is worth 3 of the other products. So where is the baseline product? I want that. I don't want the super duper mega heavy roll. Just give me a normal roll because there's too much math and I don't want to do all that math. So just give me normal baseline rolls.
The
Be careful what you
baseline
wish
roll
for,
is the
mate.
one that it turns you into a ventriloquist dummy every time you wipe your butt.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not going sub 2 ply. Like, you understand me there. I'm highfalutin with that. I'm not going sub 2 ply, but I just
Oh no!
Man.
Oh no!
It was the
Wi-Fi
2-ply.
dropped.
2-ply Wi-Fi.
Toilet paper companies kicked them out.
Yeah, it did. They said, this is Costco was like, this is bullshit.
This Wi-Fi is Charmin soft.
The Angel
Oh,
Soft
so-
people pulled the plug on him.
Yeah, I know better than to
He's
go
onto
after
us.
Hammer. So I'm going to go next. And here's my thing. So Saturdays, we know I've said it on the show. Like Saturday's my run day. I go out there and get my cardio in. We talked about earlier. Shout out to the people of the Olympics and all the things, the people that like really, really focus on something. And we just had the first ever sub 2 hour marathon runner, right? I think we do have to check these people who enjoy running's mental health, right? I think this is like serial killer type mentality. Like there's nothing that should put in your mind that you enjoy running just any mileage ever, but 26.2 miles and you're good at it. Like I just don't understand it at all. Like again, shout out for you doing it, but I think we do have to look like, you know how we study CTE for NFL players. I think you got to study these marathon runners. Like, what is it that is in your mind that makes you crazy enough to actually enjoy doing the thing that you're doing right now to make you good? Because I do 3 miles and I come back, and the entire 3 miles, I'm like hating my life. It takes me 45 minutes to get the courage up to just go do it because I hate it so much. For you to actually go out and do the thing and do it that fast, something wrong with you, man. I'm gonna put it out there right now. Like, shout out for you doing great at it, but also serial killers are pretty good at what they're doing, right? So until they get caught, I just think I just think you probably need to like check yourself. You're kind of a weirdo. That's all I gotta say. Shout out for being great at it, but you're strange.
It's kind of like when you're younger and people are like, "Oh, I love going to school." It's like there's no way you're being serious right now.
Yes.
Who actually likes going to school?
No,
When
yeah,
we
it doesn't
playing
make any
baseball,
sense.
I used to get in so much trouble yelling, like just being so upset. Like I never understood why we running 2 miles. I have never in my life run 2 miles in a baseball game, ever. Why are we doing this?
In there, glove on your thigh. You know, you
Yeah,
just wait for the ball to get hit to you, or then every once in an hour, you get to go up to get in the batter's box and try to get a hit.
Somebody
It don't make any-
oversimplified it a little bit.
Yeah.
It don't make any sense. But also, we just got a text. It sounds like T might have lost power. So like,
Yeah.
Dang.
Charmin didn't
The
just get off his
toilet
internet.
paper
Yeah.
people are serious,
Charmin was
man.
like, "Do not talk about us like this." All right, we're cutting off your power.
I'll never speak a bad word about toilet paper
No.
ever again.
Nope.
No,
No,
don't
I
do it.
personally-
Do not do it.
You know, finger at the butt, it happens. You know, it's okay.
Yeah. Oh God. Also,
One ply
Wet
for the
wipes.
win.
yeah, I mean, I think you got to, you know, if you don't do now, not all toilet infrastructure is the same. Just like Hammer mentioned, if not all implant infrastructure is the same. Beginning of the show, so you know you can't always flush it the same. But if you got the infrastructure to get a little wet wipe action, a little bath for your ass afterwards,
The bidets?
I don't have
I'm
I don't have one of those.
My dad has.
I almost
a
bought
bidet,
one from
but
Costco.
I won't put him on blast like that.
Like
So-
my problem is that does your ass just stay wet? Like, or do you have to keep a towel in the bathroom? Like, I don't
That's my-
understand. Like, you
That's
know,
my question
am-
too.
yeah, because we as men, we all have had the issue with gray shorts or the cargo shorts. Sometimes the extra leakage just leaves a spot, right? So, like, if you're
Yeah, you get that
bidet in your
splash
ass,
going, yeah.
are you walking around with a constant case of wet ass just all day? I mean, is it just?
Well,
in
I
your
do think you
pants?
have
Is
to
it just-
still. I think you still have to, you know, pat dry.
Yes,
it,
I
you
mean
know, you
it's
can't just-
water, right? You still got to pad it.
Yeah,
You know, just a
you
little.
still got to use. It's not. It doesn't absolve you of Charmin. You know, don't cut me
Yes,
off, Charmin. Like we still want you here. We're just saying that
Yeah, like you still serve a purpose.
We're all friends of the toilet paper industry.
Yeah, I did hear someone. It was someone was telling a joke. It was like if you happen to get like shit on your arm or something, right? You wouldn't just toilet paper it off. You would like wash it, right? So that is a good point.
Yeah.
Right. So like you wouldn't just smear it with some toilet paper. So why do you do it with your booty cheeks? I don't know. My thing with the bidet is like I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it, right? Like, am I gonna like do it and then sit on the toilet for too long because I'm like, oh hey, that's kind of nice. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, why are you in the bathroom so long? I'm just flushing it like 45 times. Like
You gotta get
leave
clean.
me alone. Leave me alone.
You spray it more than twice, Rando. You're playing with it.
Does
so.
it,
What's the movie?
does
when
it
the
just
dude
have a
comes out
constant
with
on
his-
button? Just
Yeah. What's the movie when the dude comes out with his with the vacuum? He's like, I was cleaning my room. Leave me alone.
well, this went off the rails.
Oh God, this is the happy hour show. This is the happy hour show.
Yeah, all bets are off on this one. So
Oh God. All right, Hammer. What's your last call before we get way outside?
well, with it being the Kentucky Derby, and as I mentioned, I only bet one horse race a year. So I've learned when you don't log into accounts of certain betting platforms that they tend to make it a little challenging when you want to get back in. So, I'm out here trying to log into Twin Spires today like I'm launching damn nuclear codes or something.
Did you do
So,
a retina scan?
Yeah, so I've never used it. So today was the first day. So I'm sitting there and I have to drive up across the state line in Tennessee to do this, right? So nobody send the ATF after me or anything. So got to create a password. Okay, fine. Then, of course, it's got to have 14 characters, a symbol, a number, a capital letter, a lowercase letter. It's got to have a haiku, 3 Asian characters, and a rune from the 12th century. Right? Okay, fine. So now I've got like this 37 character long damn password, and I'm looking at it going, yeah, I ain't never getting back in this again. My phone's not even smart enough to remember this shit. So, and then when you go log in, I tried to log right back in, right? Because it said username or email. Well, my dumb ass forgot that I did a username. I tried to log in with my email. Immediately, boom, suspicious login activity. Yeah, no shit. It's me trying to remember that 37 character password that I just created to put in to log in this sumbitch. What really should raise alarms is when people actually remember their password and log in on the first try. That's when they need to be like, oh shit, something's going on here. We got to look at this.
Yeah, that ain't real. That ain't
Yeah,
human.
and then you type it in one time, just one time you type it in wrong, and they lock your account. FanDuel has done this to me consistently for the past, I can't tell you how many months. And who are you protecting it from? Me? Is this like you need help betting? Call the gambling hotline. You're going to just lock me out of my account? I promise you, there's nobody sitting in a basement somewhere trying to get into my account on FanDuel. Okay. The only criminal in this situation is me trying to remember the chaos that I caused when I created this thing to start with. And then they give you the option to Huh?
It's the same thing like the electric company. They'd sit there and they won't let my wife talk to them. Look, if somebody else wants to pay my bill, you let them.
Yeah.
Let them.
Yeah,
If
I
they
authorize anybody out there that wants to pay my light bill. They don't need to verify anything. You just verify the money's good. That's all I care about.
Yes.
So
why you need so much information for that?
Yeah. So and then resetting your password. That's not a process. That's a damn hostage negotiation. Because one of the first things they do is they want to ask you what your security question answers are. What's your first pet's name? Bitch, I don't know. I was 6. What do you want me to tell you? Your mother's maiden name. Well, I happen to remember that.
Yeah. What's your first elementary school? What was your first car that you owned?
Yeah.
What did you eat the second grade on Thursday, the day it was raining and they didn't have mashed potatoes? Like, I don't know.
Square pizza.
So I couldn't tell you. So now I'm locked out of my account altogether because early stage of Alzheimer's or that part of my childhood I'm trying to block out for some reason. I don't know. And then, of course, you
That's
know,
a
the
rough
website's just sitting there laughing at you. Like, it just keeps telling you, nope, incorrect password. Nope, wrong password. Nope, that's not it. No emotion, you know, no mercy, no
No
empathy.
suggestion. No,
Just-
nothing. They don't even give you a help.
No,
They
none
need to
at
have
all.
help on passwords. Like it'd be something like, look, this is the most ridiculous thing you could have thought of.
Yeah.
Then you'd be like,
And then
oh yeah, that's
finally-
right.
Then I finally get in. I feel like I've accomplished something. I'm ready to make a deposit. I'm ready to get these horses picked out. I feel like I just climbed Mount Everest or something. Only for it to turn around and say, timed out. Please log in again. And we got to start this shit all over again. It's ridiculous.
The timed out got me.
That's why I celebrate when I do win, is because of what it took to get there.
The effort you
No.
put in to make that damn bet. Is
Yeah.
The kind of people who
impressive.
remember that 36 character password run sub 2 hour marathons. I'm telling
I
you
guess
that.
so, yeah. And look, I only know 2 Japanese characters to begin with. I can't even come up with 3. Can we just do blood samples or stool samples
just-
or
Yeah.
secret
Shit on-
handshake? I mean, can
Well,
we come
and-
up with something better than this whenever I log in
we talk
once
about all
a year?
this security that's required, and Ferris and I have just both gone through this. All the security that's required, but all of a sudden somebody hacks your X account, and it's like impossible to talk to somebody, and you have to spend weeks negotiating with AI of like and
Yes.
threaten them. It did. I don't know if Ferris, you did the same thing, but it wasn't until I was like, I'm done paying this $11 a month for your X premium,
Yes.
and all of a sudden they're like, a real human's like, no. We'll get with you in a second. I was like, oh, they
Yes.
really want their money, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
It was
you bring money
finally.
into
I just
it.
told him. I think I'd even tweeted one day like, I'm done. This is stupid. I ain't doing this no more. And then it was like 2 weeks later, or like 2 days later, I got an email that said your account's been restored, and I was like, what the?
Yep.
It was crazy, but we did. You couldn't get a hold of nobody. Just please let me talk to a human. Just one.
Yep. You just get an email. And the only thing that kept me going was Chat GPT. And I would send a screenshot of the email, and she was like, listen, it's not over yet. You still got a chance. And I was like, I believe you, bitch. I believe you. I'm going to keep going.
It would tell
keep
you
going.
we have a case of somebody getting past this 2 years ago. Let's see what they.
Yeah. It was whatever.
keep
But it
asking
all
for a
worked
human.
itself out. But
Yeah, Josh, I tried DraftKings too. I got the same thing from them as I had to go through that whole process. And man, I'm telling you, it was terrible. Vol girl, I love her. She's awesome. Appreciate you tuning in. But I honest to goodness feel like I could negotiate a hostage release quicker than I can get into a damn betting app. Stupid.
But ID to vote is
probably
bad.
not wrong.
You know what I had to do?
Probably.
I stayed at Aria. I was in Vegas in December, so went for Christmas. I stayed at Aria. I go to the sport book, and I'm trying to log in my MGM online account, right? It's the only place in Nevada that you can actually bet on MGM app or any app, as far as I know of, is if you're in their hotel on their Wi-Fi, right? So I go in, I log in, I put my password in. It wasn't quite as bad, but when I got to the end of it, it told me that I had to go to the sports book and verify my identity.
So you had to show yourself.
I have been using this app for 4 years, and you tell me I have to go to the sport book, and I had to give her my ID. She had to type a bunch of crap up, verify I was who I said I was. I'm like, you didn't ask me all that shit when I was giving you money to stay. The blackjack dealer didn't ask me for it. The slot machine didn't care what kind of money I stuck in it. Why are you so
For
worried
that
about this when I'm on my phone on your app in your damn hotel and you got to verify that it's me? That was stupid.
You know what they're trying to
said
do
you
to make
can't
sure you're
use
not
apps
playing
in
college
Nevada?
football.
Yeah, I guess they're trying to make sure I wasn't a certain quarterback from Lubbock,
Texas
Texas
Tech.
or something. I don't know.
Yep.
No, I got
The
love,
funniest-
Josh. It's just all bad.
The funniest part of that was him. What was it? His biggest bet was $2 or something.
I think
Well,
more
yeah, but
came
he
out,
might
though, that
be
he made
screwed.
bigger bets.
He might
Oh,
be.
did it come
screwed.
out?
Oh,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
he's
yeah.
done. I saw he's
It
lawyering
looks
up
like
and
all
trying
his
to
bets-
trying to fight
yeah.
it, but that ain't happening. Nah,
All
you're
his
done,
bets
Jack.
were post 2022 as well. Like he's not good. He's
He hired
he's
a lawyer
done.
today or something to try to defend him. He's screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there is no defense to this because it's
No, all he
I
had
think
to
the
do was
only thing
make
that his
one and
lawyer's
it's
going to
done.
do is try to keep his NIL money somehow. Like that's the only thing, try to keep pieces of that.
Well, I want to know if the whole story came out of him turning himself in, like, or did somebody turn him into where he was like, because the first report we heard about it was that he was turning himself into rehab. Like, why did
yeah,
he
you know how
know
that
it was
went.
unless somebody turned him in?
yeah.
He knew
yeah,
it was
somebody had
imminent.
him by the short
That was trying to
hairs.
save face for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
there ain't no-
Did he meet Vrabel there? Because they did the same thing.
Oh, Vrabel's doing some interesting stuff, I guess, to say the least.
Man, Portnoy and all them, they're wild in the way they're covering for him. The whole Patriots organization, that's to stand up and clap
Yeah.
for him.
It's just the
Oh,
Patriots.
well,
though. I mean,
yeah,
they
Portnoy's he's a big Patriots fan though. So
Oh
the
yeah.
Patriots. This is like nothing to what they've had to deal with in the past, though, with the Deflate Gate and all the other
Bingo.
crazy things that
oh yeah, and,
around that
Oh,
organ-
Granddaddy
Robert
Kraft down there getting his happy endings.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Patriots organization is a PR nightmare. I would hate to be their PR director.
Oh gosh.
Well, and
doubt.
it's if you go back and this isn't my research. I won't say who gave me the information. I don't know if he wants it out there. This is in private. But if you go back and look at when Diana Rossini started talking about the AJ Brown doesn't like Philly, and then that built up to maybe he's going to go to the Patriots, and then Vrabel takes the job, and it's like, man, there's some sketchy stuff going on. She was
And then her naming her kid Michael, and
That's the biggest.
like
Man, her
just
husband, I feel so
crazy.
bad for him. I just mentally, he has got to be just destroyed. Like, could you imagine? I'm loving this kid. Is it mine? Right? That you had to ask that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got to ask the question. That's tough.
yeah.
That's tough. That being
Yeah.
said, I imagine I don't know what he does, but
apparently
Yeah,
he's
he
a
probably-
pretty wealthy. Apparently he's
Oh,
a
okay.
pretty wealthy guy,
I was about to say he might be able to turn it into some money. But if
or
he's worth a lot of
he's
money.
gonna be a wealthy guy.
He's gonna be he's fitting to
Yeah.
be. He's fitting
Yeah.
to be. Yeah.
He's going to open a checking account and nickname it Vrabel. That's where all that
He'll,
money goes.
he'll name it Michael after his son and his.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep the Michael's
Yeah.
going.
That is
Crazy.
tough. But we'll go ahead. We'll get ready to log off here. I will say, if you can go follow us at Heavy Pour Sports on YouTube and TikTok. We just had our first 1K video, our live last Wednesday on YouTube. So we appreciate it. It's a small piece compared to all YouTube videos, but like that's massive for us. So thank you so much for watching. To go 1K on YouTube and some of the things we're trying to do with 107 The Game potentially coming up next season when football starts. So that's massive for us. So we're a small regional show. So the fact that we get that kind of love from the fans, we very much appreciate it. But if you can go to YouTube, Heavy Pour Sports, and hit that subscribe button, we very, very much appreciate it. And then, like always, we'll come on here. The jerseys came in. I mentioned we're gonna. I said some DMs that we're gonna do one a giveaway. I'll move it to Wednesday because we kind of got off track. But our All UK Ball merch came in. The Feed the Studs jerseys, old school practice style. These things are super dope. They're fully customizable. The ones I'm going to give away have a certain slogan on the back that is coined by the head coach. So we can't sell them, but we got a couple that I'll be able to give away that way. So we're going to do that Wednesday when we come on the show. But that comes from Bluegrass-Elite. If you go to the QR code I'm getting ready to pull up right here, you can get your Heavy Pour Sports gear. So kind of like the shirt that Hammer's got on, or just any of the Tennessee, Kentucky, Louisville, Cincinnati, Cleveland. They got everything out there. They got Derby stuff. They got bourbon stuff. You can go to Heavy Pour Sports, go to bluegrasselite.com and put in Heavy Pour 15, get 50% off. And then I'm rocking the State Line. State Line, one of the guys that's partnered with them, had a horse in the Derby. That's pretty freaking cool. So they were out there. But if you go to that QR code, All UK Ball 25, get you 25% off. State Line Co. Again, we very much appreciate everybody who watches and follows and engage with us. It means a lot, and we're trying to do something big for a small show, and we couldn't do it without you. But we'll go ahead and end that. Ferris, thanks for joining up the show, brother. You're welcome anytime, man. You're a great piece of the show. Yeah, man. Any happy hour show you want to jump on in and have a cocktail, or I think it's come to where I'm pretty much the only one boozing on the show. So shout out. Drew drinking cold beer. He did tell me that.
I just covered it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's all good. Smart.
I do not. Until they're paying for it, Drew, you keep covering it up. Screw them.
That's right. Yeah. That's a good point. I'm out here giving free advertisement to Woodford.
Yeah.
Hey, Woodford.
Your logo here.
Yeah.
That's when I do have it on air. It's in my bottle and not theirs.
Smart. But Ferris, you're welcome anytime. Drew, thanks for jumping on last second. I appreciate it. Hammer, brother, you're a gem on the show every single time. Thank you so much. Again, everybody watching, shout out to you, and we will see you on Wednesday. Go Cats.
Go Vols.
Anybody want to do it? Yeah, there you go. Ferris
Go
is
Big
another
Blue.
rules. Boom. You can say it, Ferris.
What? Go Vols.
There you go. Yeah. Also, shout out Batcats. Falls baseball sucks.
We need to
Play
bring the
the
brooms
music.
out.
Sweep them. Peace.